All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I'm your host, Axel1324.
And I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And I'm Fastback6768.
So, hey, you know what? It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Fastback, I know you're a dad.
Yes, thank you. Happy Father's Day. Had a nice little surprise this morning when I got up.
Yeah, you should.
Made a shirt. I had a Star Wars shirt made. My wife made a Star Wars shirt.
Nice.
It's an old design. I have the original shirt I've had for like, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And so I've told the wife in past, I'm worried that, that shirt's going to get too bad where I can't wear it because I love the design and it's unique. So she has a cricket. I don't know if anybody knows what a cricket is. Mm-hmm. So she made the design and then she, put this on this shirt, got me a new one. I got a back scratcher and some little dice deal that, if you're trying to decide what you want to eat, it has like different deals on the like sushi, steak. So I guess they're like trying to tell me, hey, just roll it and let's go eat,
Really? Dads need that? Really?
I don't, but
I was going to say, we're pretty decided as guys what we want to eat.
Yeah. And then my daughter made me a card.
That's cool.
A little custom card. So.
Oh, yeah. So cute. So look at that. It has a little heart.
Been great this morning so far. So.
Absolutely. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And if, I think all of you should be thanking your fathers for being here because it's a good chance you wouldn't be here without your dad, Terry, because, there's a good chance that it was your dad's persistence is the reason you were born because your mom was probably not in the mood anyway. So,
well, seeing as how my father left the picture when I was like 2. So like, I haven't seen him in decades, but my stepfather raised me, and he passed away when I was 19.
There you go.
I unfortunately, if my stepfather was around, I would have wished him a happy Father's Day, but he's no longer with me. So
there you go. Yeah, my dad passed away 2 years ago now, almost 2 years ago, and so yeah, I only have my stepdad left, and he's good, So I'm happy. Yeah. And let's go celebrate with him. So yeah.
My dad passed away about 8 years ago, so
I think we need to have a happy stepfather's day, step-parents day. Just saying.
Sometimes a stepdad is your dad. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. All right, let's check in with the step chat. No, I'm just kidding. Let's check in with the chat.
Step chat.
That's right. Shout out to Doggy Dog 420. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. I know Doggy Dog is a father, so be sure to enjoy your day, buddy. Be sure to enjoy your day. Let's see. Cam MA, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Fun fact, Cam MA was my first super chat. He transferred money to me instead of super chatting it. So shout out to Cam MA. I will never forget that he was my first super chat. So appreciate you. He said, so my question is, are you worried about the future for Xbox? Because a lot of things aren't looking good for the brand right now. That is a good question. I have concerns. I have stated my concerns before, right? But at the same time, I'm enjoying the ride. I mean, what will happen to the brand will happen to the brand, but it seems to be going pretty good for them so far. So that's cool. They are doing things that, in my opinion, are bad for the brand, and they are doing things that, of course, are great for the brand. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll talk about it. Cam, I'll talk about it more as things go on the show. You'll see. So shout out to Cam and me. We got a lot going on with the gaming industry. Yeah, we do. Shout out to Your Wicked Hot. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, hey, good morning, Xbox. What's up? Cheese is nasty. He's saying he's eating fried green tomatoes, grits, and sausage for breakfast. What the heck is fried green tomatoes?
It's unripened tomatoes that they fry in a batter. I personally think they're nasty, but it's a Southern thing.
I think he's like.
They even had a whole movie.
Yeah,
he's European. I think Cheese is nasty European, isn't he? I don't know. Anyways, shout out to Cheese is nasty. Good for you, man. Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter. That's your vegetable count.
That was a very American breakfast that he said there. So
yeah, very Southern.
Doggy Dog wants to know if you're going to use your butt scratcher.
Yes. Oh, did I even show it? Look, right here you go. It's got like 5-in-1 scratcher. How did he know that? I didn't even show it. Like, yeah.
So fun. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Louise B, and thank you so much for being here. You are the MVP of my life. And she says, Miss Cole Cat's husband is also a dad. He's a dad to all their cats.
Fur babies.
Fur babies, that's right. Shout out to Purple Haze. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you being here. By the way, be sure to check out Purple Haze. I think it's every Thursday still. She streams almost every single day. But I think her podcast is on Thursday. I'm trying this back. I saw you do your playthrough of your dungeons. Okay. Love it. You should check her out. Big B Money, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Says, what's up, Xbox Army? What's up, everybody? Army Xbox is king of gaming. There you go. Lots of good people in the chat. Let me see what else I got. Shout out to Jacob Novik. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, hi. So after I quoted him, hold on, I'm going to remove that. No. All right, so he got blocked by MBG after 2 years. There you go. So, hey, some people, they can't take the criticism. It is what it is, man. Cheese is Nasty says, I'm from the mountains of North Carolina. Pff, that's Europe.
See?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, shout out to you. And shout out to Sir X-Man. Thank you so much for being here. You're
Appalachia? The Appalachia Mountains?
Appalachia. How do you think Appalachians say Appalachia? Because when I see it, I say Appalachia, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they say Appalachia?
I don't know.
Appalachia? I don't know.
I grew up in the Midwest, so we say we say Appalachian, which I know is the wrong way.
Appalachian, Appalachian Mountains. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get started, shall we, everybody? Here we go. We got last week we had a huge show, and so this week we're trying to get it going. Oh, so actually, hold on. Before we get started, I didn't ask Terry. What have you been playing this week?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh my gosh.
I spent all the time working on my car. Dude, I've been working on this car, and I keep adding to the project because I'm like, well, I'm in there. It's like, might as well do this and do this and do this and do this. Dude, I haven't driven my car at all this year. I think we're officially halfway through the year, and I have not driven my car. It's been on jack stands all year. Because I literally was just going to go in there and change 2 things. And so far I've changed 10 things, and I'm still adding to the list.
Your honey-do list is, instead of giving your husband a honey-do list, you're giving yourself a do list.
Yes. I had to remove the entire exhaust. So that's giving me access to fixing so many things. So I'm just like, I got to just do it because I don't want to have to take all this out again to do this down the road. So I'm just like, I'm just going to do everything.
Terry, I want you to do this to your car.
Oh, is that a Z1?
I want you to do this to your car.
Oh, man, I love that door. I love that door so much.
That is so cool. Look at that door.
Yeah, that comes factory. That comes factory with that car.
Yeah, you need to modify your car to do this.
Man, I love that car.
You need to modify it. When I saw that,
that's the
person I thought it
Z1,
was you.
man. That's the Z1. That's so cool. I think
A 1989 BMW Z1.
So cool. Yeah, see, and I knew that car. Those doors are awesome, man.
All right, Fastback, what have you been playing, buddy?
I downloaded and played Space Marine, the Mastercraft Edition.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So that's my first intro into that franchise. Once I get done with that, I'll play the new one that's out. I played a little bit of RC Rush, I think, and what else did I? Oh, and I played some of the Mechanic Simulator that Terry was playing, and yeah.
Did you run into the same issue where you run out of money and you can't?
No, not yet. Because I remember when you said that, so I was trying to be careful. But then I ended up doing something that I wasn't supposed to do. Like, oops, you know. So.
It's easy to do. It's like because the way they have it cataloged, it's like sometimes you have to read it very carefully.
Yeah, and then I'm like trying to find the fuel pump. I'm like, where's the fuel pump? How did I get to the tank? I can see the fuel tank, but how can I get to the fuel pump? So that's where I'm stuck right now. Trying to figure out the game.
There you go. Purple Hair says, "What kind of car do you have, Cool Cat Terry?" She has a BMW Lemon.
I do not. It's not a Lemon. That car is fantastic. Okay, it didn't break down or anything. I'm just doing a lot of maintenance on it because all the rubber parts are over 20 years old and they're cracking. So I'm just going through and replacing all the bushings and stuff. So it's very labor intensive going through and doing that. I had to lower my subframe. It's work.
And she's broadcasting it, and believe it or not, she has like way more viewers than anybody else.
So, yep. Everything I do in that car, I put on YouTube. So if you guys are into car stuff, or if you just like watching people do car stuff, like I have it on YouTube. Not this YouTube channel that you guys see me chatting with. I have a different one just for my car stuff. It's called Cool Cat's Alley.
You can see right here on the license plate. Cool Cat. There you go. So yeah, this is hers. Be sure to check it out. All right, let's see. Big B Money says that's a BMW Z1. So don't run out of money when you're doing mechanic stuff there. Let's see. Terry owns a Cybertruck.
No, I do not. My husband wants one though, and I'm like, no.
You can get one from like Carvana for like 80% off.
Did you know that design? That the Soviets actually had a very similar design that they made for a vehicle back.
Yeah, it was called the tank.
Yeah,
back in, I think it was like I can't remember if it was the Cold War or which war it was, but they had a vehicle. It wasn't really a tank, but it was, I guess, close enough to a tank, but like a truck that looks just like the Cybertruck today. It's like I'm good.
Let's see, Kevin. I had a gray Z3 1998 when I was 18. It was awesome. And fun fact, they featured that car in one of the.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Dude, did you have the blue one? Just like that.
There you go. Big B Money. We have family cars in F-150 Super Cab. There you go. Cam says he now has a Lexus 2014.
Nice. The IS. Nice.
I don't see her having the Minecraft car.
Definitely not.
There you go. Oh my God. Fun fact, Ferrari is making an $800 Ferrari branded baby stroller.
Oh my gosh, the baby stroller.
The heck?
You're probably going to have to disassemble half of it to get your baby in and out.
It better be one of those generational ones where it's a stroller and then it turns into like the car seat and then like the booster seat. You know what I mean? It needs to be one of them.
Oh yeah, all in one. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Doggy Dog's been playing Halo Reach Combat Evolved and lots of shmups and also Retro Mania Wrestling. Yes. Absolutely.
I still have to have that on my that Retro Mania is still on my backlog.
Mechanic, Terry. Maybe you can ask him for some tips.
Nice.
All right, let's see. So I have been playing this week some Xenoblade Chronicles X on my Switch 2, launching that bad boy. Everybody's having battery issues, but not me. My battery's lasting just as long as my regular Switch 1. And it's looking prettier and frames unlocked, and it's so much better. It's like, it's awesome. Love my Switch 2. I don't care what anybody says. And I got it. And of course, I've been playing Mech Warrior. Tons of Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries. Oh my gosh, I found a new addiction. Me and my friends are playing that game, and we're finally getting into the point of the game where we don't have strong enough mechs, so we've entered farming mode. You know, we're like, we need to find some 70-ton mechs and recover them. So, like, all these missions, I take all these missions, like, no, I don't want you to pay me out. I want to just gather the scrap that's left over. And there was this mech called a Cyclops and an Orion and all these other 70-ton mechs, and we couldn't recover them. And I was like, what the heck, man? How did we blow these up too good? It was annoying. But yeah. Right now, my favorite mech is the Rifleman. I don't know if you guys know anything about mechs, right? So let me see. Let me see if I can show this one. Let's see.
I got it, that one.
Hold on a second, guys. Got to turn off my video for a second. All right, there we go. All right, so my favorite mech right now is the Rifleman. Let me see if I can find him. That's not the Rifleman. All right, so BattleTech Wiki. Let's go there. Oh, they don't have any big pictures. Let's just get out of there. Mech Space, maybe Mech Specs. Nope, Mech Specs do not have it. Why don't they have a big picture of it? This kind of sucks right now. There's no pictures of it, like of the big, like a large picture of it. I mean, you know, there's all these like little weird pictures. Anyways, so my favorite mech right now is the Rifleman. I love it because it's a close-up mech, like in your face mech, right? My friend's favorite mech, my other friend's favorite mech is the Catapult, which is the hero mech for Mech Warrior 2. He just loves how many missiles. It has like huge missile pods on the shoulders, you know? And I don't know, we're just starting to get into these like fun mechs finally. Yes. So we've been playing a lot of Mech Warrior. So yeah, let's see. Shout out to General Spartan. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, been playing Gears of War Beta, Doom, and Mario Kart World. There you go. Yes. Shout out to you. And Kameme says, he's been playing Age of Empires 2 on the Xbox. Love that game. As you should. That's a great game. All right, let's get into it. Shall we? Let's get right into the news here that we have prepared for the day. My earphone is falling out. Two. All right, so some of you, if you own the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate, was it? Yeah, the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate, you should be getting your free upgrade to Reloaded. So Gears of War Reloaded should be coming to you. Now I saw this in the chat. I know Dread got it, and I know Shaddai got it. Terry, did you get it?
I haven't had my Xbox on, so I don't know.
Well, if you don't use that code, you let me know. Right? Fastback, did you get it?
No, I did not.
Do you have a digital version?
No.
Okay, yeah, I don't have the digital version either, so I'm not going to get it.
I'm pretty sure I do, so I expect to have a notification when I boot up my Xbox today. So
there you go. So yeah,
fingers crossed. Anyway.
Now the one of the social media people for the coalition did say that it could take up to 2 weeks to get your code as they are going through it. So be sure, and even some people who don't even own the digital copy of the game. So maybe load up that physical copy and you might get it. So be sure to load up that physical copy there, guys. All right. That's it for the announcements today. That's it. That was the one and only announcement we got today, guys. All right. Let's get to the good stuff. Konami Press Start took place. So Press Start was the Konami event after the Xbox Showcase. There were other shows, but I want to talk about the Konami Press Start because they had games coming to Xbox. So let's talk about some of them, right? Not going to talk a lot about the whole thing. I just want to talk about it. So Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is still on there. Anybody going to get this? Terry?
I don't know. Isn't that like the second or third game?
That's the third game, Snake Eater.
I haven't played any of them, so I probably shouldn't start with 3. So.
You've never played a Metal Gear Solid game?
Only the PSP game, and I never finished it.
Hold on. Let me look. Let me see. Metal Gear Solid games by release date. I just got to see this. All right, let's see. List of Metal Gear. Here we go.
Those were PlayStation 1 games, right?
Snake Eater, I think was a PlayStation 2 game, wasn't it?
Well, that would explain.
Snake
Well,
Eater
I didn't have a PS2 when the PS2 came out, so I missed that whole gen.
All right, so Metal Gear Solid released in 1998. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, released in 2001 for the PS2. Okay. And Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes, released for the PS3. And Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, released in 2004 for the PS3. Okay, so no, Terry, it is the fourth one. So there you go. Sorry.
Wow. So yeah, if they were on PlayStation 2 and 3, that's why I never played them, because I didn't have those consoles.
Mm-mm. All right, so there you go, Metal Gear. Fastback, Metal Gear.
Maybe. I mean, I used to be into them back in the day on the PS4.
Oh yeah.
NES, the original one. But my brother probably he definitely will be. I'll talk to him about it and see what he thinks if I get it.
Yeah. Shout out to DE. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, isn't 3 like chronologically? Yeah. Yeah, the Metal Gear timeline moves forward and backwards. Actually, even with the numbers, like I think, like Metal Gear Solid 5 is back.
It does what's those other, like Final Fantasy does that, doesn't it? It jumps
Final
around.
Fantasy is independent of itself.
And
Every
Zelda,
game is independent.
was it Zelda that jumped around?
Yeah, Zelda jumps around. Yeah,
Zelda. Okay, which I never played those either, but like, I just know they jump around like crazy.
Yeah, there you go. And Jacob Novik says, shout out to Jacob Novik. Thanks so much for being here. You're on the real MVP. He says, I'm sad that Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic is 1 year PlayStation Time exclusive before it comes to Xbox, but not rare for Steelwood Studios to do that. A Jack in the Box clown loosens himself and chases you. Oh my gosh. There you go.
So you're saying Snake Eater is technically the first game? Not literally the first game, but technically the first game?
I have no idea. I don't know what the
who has played all
is.
these and you know the timeline. You're gonna have to tell me what order that they are chronologically.
Yeah, that's another research for another day. You can do that, Terry. So, moving on. Darwin's Paradox. I love this little game. I am gonna get it. You play a squid.
That's an octopus.
Whatever. An octopus. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And Darwin's Paradox is an octopus that you just are trying to escape your captors and survive and make it back to the ocean. So it's kind of a cool little side-scrolly adventure
it's like Finding
game.
Nemo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if Nemo had 8 legs. So it's a side-scrolly little adventure game where you get to traverse the world, trying to find your way back to the ocean without getting chopped up.
How is he not dried out by now? Wait, why is he avoiding the water? Wouldn't he just go through the water in the bottom?
So it could be poisonous water. You never know. Maybe that's water for boiling.
So now he's in the water.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we got pistons.
So I think it's a pretty cool looking game, and I'm very excited for it. The first time I saw this, I thought to myself, "This looks like my kind of game." Yeah, I'm definitely in.
It looks cool.
Terry, you gonna play Darwin's Paradox?
This actually looks pretty cool.
I think it's awesome. Fastback, Darwin's Paradox. You interested?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. It's got that Saving Nemo looks like
Yeah.
Vibe to it.
To the extreme.
There was an octopus in Saving Nemo that he interacted with that got out.
There you go. It's an adventure platformer where you play as an ingenious octopus called Darwin, who is one day torn from the ocean and trapped inside a huge, mysterious industrial complex. Using your special abilities, you'll need to overcome dangerous traps and other threats to escape back into the ocean. So I think it looks awesome.
Can we squeeze into very, very tight areas? Because that's what octopuses are good at.
Probably, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen enough.
There should be no door. You can't get under.
I see. Hold on. Spartan 27 is in the chat, and I didn't see him.
Wait, are those UFOs?
General Spartan. Okay, General Spartan, yeah.
Are those UFOs in the picture?
They are. They
what?
are. All right, moving on. Gradius Origins. If you ever played Gradius, this is for you. So I'm going to go to Fastback because I know he has played some Gradius and maybe even some Salamander. Maybe. So let's see. So
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
a remake, a relaunch of Gradius.
Yeah, these
I
are-
think it comes with 3 games plus the never released in the US Salamander 3.
Huh.
And so if you are into shmups, this might be the collection for you. So it is coming as a collection, which is awesome. I do love it when they come as collections. So,
Yeah, definitely get that.
no, sorry, 17 versions. Sorry, my bad. I thought it was 3 games.
Arcade.
My bad.
Yeah.
Jesus. Gradius 3, Salamander 2, Light Force. Oh my gosh, 6 titles, 17 versions. I mean, look at the ROMs you get. Here's Gradius. You get the Japanese ROM, the Japanese bubble version, the North American version, the European version, and the North American prototype.
Huh.
You know, you get the Salamander one. I mean, so I think this collection is cool. If you are a retro gamer, like me and like some of us older folks, this is an awesome collection.
Yes, we'll definitely be getting that.
All right, there you go. Fastback is in. Terry, you in?
Nah.
Oh my gosh, I love shmups. Love them.
Probably get my daughter.
I
into
played
these.
I played these a lot when I was a kid. I don't know. I just can't get into them, as an adult.
I sucked at these so hard at every single one of them.
I
Maybe
used to
now that I
play-
don't have them with something with a nice, joystick control, maybe I can actually not die. But you never know. So yeah, the
think
collection
the-
I feel is pretty good.
These probably I played more at when as a kid we would go to the washateria, and these games are more like they're more the shmups. I would play those there than the arcade in the mall. So
Yeah. So Sir X-Man says that Snake Eater is the prequel. Terry DE verifies it goes 312.
Okay. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. And I know my buddy Doggy Dog is gonna get this. And here we go. Where is Doggy?
If they're going to be like remastering all of those like that, then it'll be a good way for me to get into it because I've heard good things about the series.
Just remember, back in the day, we used to pay $40 for one game, and now we get to pay, whatever they're going to charge for this for all of those. I think that's awesome. Yeah. Sir X-Men, yes, some good shmups. Radiant Silver Gun, love that one, and Ikaruga, yes, love it. All right, let's see. They had Eden Zero. I didn't watch this trailer as it just doesn't look for me. Just being honest, it looks like a text adventure, and that's just not my style. So I'm not interested. Terry,
Nope.
Fastback.
nope.
Moving on. Silent Hill F. Of course, I'm not interested in Silent Hill F. I know my cousin's all into it, as he is a Silent Hill fan. But me personally, Silent Hill F is a pass. But for those of you that love Silent Hill, I heard my cousin gush about this game, so he is very excited. He loves the new setting in Japan. That it's going to introduce new creatures, new horrors. So it's going to be Silent Hill, but with Japanese lore, and he's looking forward to it very much. Terry, you're going to play Silent Hill F.
Nope.
Fastback, you interested?
Maybe. I played the original one, so I don't know.
There you go. All right. Well, Fastback is a maybe. All right. Silent Hill Remake coming at you was announced or re-announced, I guess. I don't know if any of you want to buy this one. It was literally just an announcement. That's literally all it was. So this was leaked, but now it has been officially announced. So, Terry, you're excited for the first Silent Hill?
Nope. Don't like Silent Hill.
All right. Fastback?
I'll probably play this. I mean, I enjoyed the first one, so
Mm-hmm.
doing a remake, modernize it a little bit. Control.
Yes, absolutely. And for the Xbox stuff at the Konami press start, that was it. So not a bad little show. Anybody got anything else to say? I just wanted to let everybody know some of the Xbox announcements.
Nope.
No. All right, moving the show right along. Actually, let me check in with the chat real quick. The chat just disappeared. There we go. Talking Dog, Silent Hill, man. Sir X-Man says, Axel, maybe we'll get a Thunder Force collection one day. I would love that. I would love that, man. I would love that, Sir X-Man. I'm not going to lie. All right, so the Xbox game showcase came out. Now, I'm going to take some interesting pauses throughout this this, but we're going to talk about all 31 games, reveals, and updates. We are going to save the ROG Ally for the very last, guys. So when I see it here, we're just going to scroll along, okay? I'm not ignoring it. I'm saving it, okay? So 31 game reveals and announcements at the showcase. Believe it or not, it was like an hour and 10 minutes long. I thought that was pretty cool. And it seemed to have flown by. So, you know, time flies when you're having fun. So I saw this live. Terry, did you see this live?
No, I intentionally waited 30 minutes so that way I could just fast forward through the stuff I didn't care about.
What about you, Fastback? You watch it live?
Yep, I did.
All right, let's get to it then. Here we go. So it started off with the Outer Worlds 2 trailer. Of course, we'll talk about the direct a little bit later. I am super hyped for it, but we're going to skip that because we'll talk about that. High on Life 2. Now, it got some sort of skateboarding trailer. Did anybody play the first one?
No.
I didn't have an opportunity to. I wanted to, but, you know, it got into the backlog, and I never played it.
Y'all never played it? Oh, I love it. I love the humor. Like
yeah, Rick and Morty writers wrote it, right?
Yeah, the different weapons they all had their own personality. And, of course, they had their, you know, you need them at certain moments, you know, to get around. So, yeah, I'm excited for this.
It looks awesome. I wish I would have played the first one. Like, I have regrets.
I would play the first one before you play this.
I just have regrets that I never got to play the first one. So I thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
And, of course, the guns with personalities. And now that you can fuse them together, like, make them kiss and turn into a super gun. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So moving on. Residents in Plague Tale's Legacy. All right, so a Plague's Tale, you know, you have a Plague's Tale 1 and 2, basically. But now you have Residents, which is in the Plague's Tale universe. So you don't get to play the Plague's Tale main character now. It's expanded into a universe. This is nothing but good news for a Plague's Tale. Believe it, I don't like Plague's Tale because it's like a stealth game, and it frustrated me to no end.
I love stealth.
But I'm not gonna lie, the story in a Plague's Tale is good. I can't deny the story. The story is good, and the bosses are fun. But the sneaking around got to me. So I haven't played the second one. Maybe I will because I have an interest in Residents. So maybe there's more actiony, maybe more my flavor. You never know. Terry, a Plague's Tale Residents, you playing?
I'm definitely interested in this. I still need to play Plague Tale 2. I haven't. That's on my backlog, but this looks really interesting, so I definitely want to check this out too.
Yeah. Fastback, a Plague's Tale. Are you a fan of the universe now?
Yes.
Can't even say the universe.
The second one, so this definitely is interesting to me. And you don't have to drag around the kid anymore.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. So maybe I'll enjoy the second one a little more. Yeah, like the stealth section in the first one pissed me off so much in one area. I'm like, I just went around killing everybody. I'm like, I turned it into an action game. I didn't care. Yeah. So there you go. A Plague's Tale Residents. You excited for this, Fastback? It's expanding the universe, which I think it's awesome.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah. So this is a prequel set 15 years before Requiem. And follows a pirate smuggler, Sophia. So there you go. Coming to Game Pass. We're going to skip this. Oh, yeah. And by the way, guys, this was the Xbox Play Anywhere Showcase. If you remember last year, they did the Xbox Game Pass Showcase. And this year, they're doing the Play Anywhere Showcase. So they are doing their themes. So all of these games are Play Anywhere, which I love. I've always loved Play Anywhere. Always have, always will. No one can take me. No one can tell me it's bad in any way. Let's see. Shout out to Sith Lord. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, good morning. Hope all is good. Happy Father's Day. Absolutely. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I did love High in Life, and the Xbox Showcase was an 11 out of 10. There you go. And Hole 2. You're the bad guy? Hole 2. I don't know what Hole 2 is. I'm sorry, Jacob Novik. Chael Walker is excited for Keeper. Shout out to Chael Walker. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Jacob Novik says he loves vampires, so hell yes. Oh yeah, the Dawn Walker. This is basically the Day Walker, Terry. So this game is about, let me read it. Coming from the CD Projekt alumni developer Rebel Wolves, the first game is a new RPG called The Blood of the Dawnwalker. It will have day-night mechanics. You play different ways. Even the music is giving Witcher 3 vibes. I'm not going to play that, but it does look very brutal and actiony. And yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it does look very Witcher 3-ish. What? Wow. Okay, interest just went up on my end. I might play this one, yeah. Fastback Terry, what do you guys think on this one?
This is a maybe. I'm not real big on vampires, but I love a good RPG. So it's going to come down to gameplay, to whether or not it's something that I want to play.
Well, there's only one way to figure that out, and that's to play the demo one day.
Yep.
Fastback, what do you think?
Definitely. I love Vampire Lord, and then being an RPG similar to Witcher, yeah, definitely.
There you go. Yeah. So this is like, yeah, if this is made by the Witcher team, I'm in. Alumni, I should say. It is giving that Witcher vibe in the aesthetic, and yeah, it looks good. It looks good. So definitely interested in that one. Oh yes, Super Meat Boy 3. Get ready to die a lot, Terry. I don't know if you played Super Meat Boy or Super Meat Boy Reloaded or whatever the heck it was called.
No, I avoided those games like the plague because those are rage-inducing.
Yes.
But no, when that popped up, I was like Mario. Like what? and then Meat Boy.
Yeah, it almost looked like that at first, right?
It looked like the Mario tunnel.
I'm like, wait, you getting a Nintendo game? What's going on?
I was like, wait a minute, why is Mario on this show?
Look at the detail, Terry. Hold on.
No, this looks fantastic. It really does.
Look at the detail. Look at the cheeks. Come on.
What kind of cut of meat is that?
No, I
That's some rump roast.
This looks so well done. This looks so well done. It's just, yeah, no, I
no,
already
that looks
know
rare.
that.
Look at all the blood. This is definitely 100% rare done. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, it looks really, really good. To go from 2D to 3D.
I like the idea that it's 3D.
Platforming, that's going to be so hard. Even more rage-inducing than the first two. So yeah, I love that the third game is in 3D. I love how it's sticking with it. So instead of calling it just Super Meat Boy 3, it's 3D. Yeah, love it.
I love that too.
Fastback, are you going to play this?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be in Game Pass, right?
That's right. Just like the first two Meat Boys were.
I played a little bit of the others, but then really, same thing. I get, if I get to a point where I can't get past, then I'm done. But I'll give it a try. It looks great.
Believe it or not, Super Meat Boy 3 is the #1 game trailer that is most rewatched from the Xbox Game Showcase. So there you go. And it's Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Game Pass down here.
Oh, heck yeah.
So yeah, Super Meat Boy 3D. I'm in. DE says, with no potatoes. KMA says, nice cheeks, right? Yeah, Super Meat Boy 3D. Can't wait. Rage-inducing, definitely. I'm in. Let's see. Oh. We got another trailer to Ninja Gaiden 4. And it looks even better than the other one, and it's looking better and better and better. I want this game. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. I want this game so bad. As a huge Ninja Gaiden fan and a Platinum Games fan, I am in already. What else could I say that I haven't already said? Fastback, are you in?
Maybe.
You want to talk about rage-inducing? You got this right here, Terry.
Yeah.
Nah.
Are you in?
This is a hard pass.
A hard pass? What?
Hard pass.
The heck?
But being a Game Pass, I would definitely try it.
As a guy that has played all the Ninja Gaiden games made, I'm in. I'm all in.
I played the original, but my brother is better at these games. So
My husband likes these, so maybe he'll try it.
I see your husband is a man of culture. I can see why you're attracted to him. Definitely. Yeah, no. What can be said that hasn't already said? Well, I know exactly what can be said. Hold on. Here we go. So we talked a little bit about the Outer Worlds 2 and the and Ninja Gaiden. So let's talk a little bit about this. So 2 upcoming Xbox physical releases will just be codes in a box. That sucks for me. I love physical. Now, Kameme, you were talking about what I think about the brand. I think this is terrible. This sucks. Let's see which games they're talking about here. So they do a lot of blah, 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 blah. So here we go. Here is the part we got to know. The Outer Worlds 2 and Ninja Gaiden 4's physical Xbox releases are an insult to collectors. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. That sucks. So, at Spied Over on Best Buy, the physical releases for both the Outer Worlds 2 and Ninja Gaiden 4 will be codes in a box. This feels like a slap to the face to Xbox players who love buying physical games and using actual discs. Yeah, I do love my games on disc. I do love my physical code. Now, I'm not against digital. I'm really not. You know, I'm not one of those guys like, oh, which digital would die? No. I see the benefits of digital. But if you're going to sell me a box at a store, it better have a disc. That's all I'm saying, right? I don't give me a box with a code. It better have a disc. I hated when they did, no physical disc on collector's editions. That sucks. And now they're throwing more insult out there and doing no physical disc and just box editions. That box better be clearly marked physical code or digital code only or something like that. That's all I'm saying.
Disc not included.
Yeah,
Discless.
Some assembly required. It'd be like some downloads required. I don't know. Like, this sucks, man. So I think this sucks, but it kind of sucks. So here's the boxes. They do say digital game code, so I'm glad it does that. And it does Xbox Series X and S and Windows now instead of PC. That's weird. That is weird, in my opinion. Why would they say Windows instead of PC? But whatever. So,
maybe it's not compatible on Linux.
Maybe. So, Terry, do you think this is a slap in the face to collectors like moi?
To collectors, yeah, but I mean, this is kind of to be expected because they've been doing this for quite a few collectors now. You know what I mean? Didn't they start doing this for wasn't it like Fallout 76 that kind of kicked this off?
My Halo 5 Guardians Collector's Edition didn't have a disc in it.
Okay, so this has been kind of the norm for a while now, so it's not really. I mean, it's unfortunate for those who want the hard copy, but this has kind of been the new norm. So
the biggest down to this now, I'm not in fear of this. It worries me now is that if my account ever gets hacked or I get banned or whatever, I lose all my games and I don't have a physical version of it to recover. That's the worst part of it to me.
But I mean,
don't get me wrong, customer service sucks.
But even still,
to a robot forever.
They can take away your access to the physical disc too, though.
They could, but it's a lot harder. It increases the difficulty, and I'm all about increased difficulty in life.
They shut down the games, and you just you put the disc in and nothing happens.
Everybody, that's to everybody, Terry, not to me. Fastback, you are an old school guy. What do you think?
I've done away with physical discs for years. Going back to the 360 when they started going digital, that's when I went away with that. But I do understand people's frustration. They want to buy a physical copy of it. I think, like what they should do is at least provide a steelbook copy. You have something that part of it is collectible. With the digital code, and then of course I remember a few years back I remember tweeting to Xbox. I know they don't listen to me, but here in the chat, Cam MA had a good point. How about buy a poster or a pop figure? Which that's what I had tweeted to Xbox. Like, why not sell like a collector pop figure? Whatever, and then they could put the code on the statue itself, which I think would be kind of cool. That way it does help relieve some of the people that like the physical disc. Hey, now you have something you can put on the shelf.
If they came with like posters, I'd be okay. Even like some of my old Transformers stuff, came with little animation cells and stuff. So this is from the Transformer movies, collector's edition, by the way. So yeah, I mean, give me something other than just the digital code. Come on, man.
They should just make an Xbox Series X physical version with the disc, because why have a disc drive in the console if you're not going to make discs for said disc
Well,
drive?
it's for the to pop in my old games and just play
Yeah,
them.
to pop in your old games, but that doesn't mean they should be. They gave us a disc drive, so
Yeah.
how many? Out of all the people who buy that, not very many of them are going to be popping in old games on that disc drive.
No, it's definitely niche. I understand I'm niche. I get that. I'm one of a kind. I'm special. I myself am a collector's edition, okay? So, I get it, Terry. I get it.
But even like now, like the physical disc, like Terry said, that if something happens, whether digital or not, you can put in that physical disc and you still probably can't play it.
Yeah, you put the disc in, and it still forces you to connect to the server to install the game.
Yeah.
And then if they decide that they want to shut down the game, then you can't. The disc is worthless.
There you go. Let's check in with the chat. They have a lot to say. There's a good pausing point. I've said my piece. I think I'm. At least give me something with the code. I mean, give me a poster. I'll take a poster. What's some paper and an ink?
They're the only one doing this. I mean, the other two are kind of doing this too. So
yeah, let's check in. Let's see. Jacob Novik said Super Meat Boy was 2D forever. Super Meat Boy Forever was in 2D, but a bit 3D wise. Yeah, that's what I mean, right?
So 2.5.
All that meat and no potatoes. Never mind. Yeah, right. Kevin May says he looked up VMB2, and we might get an October release, but then it would have been in the showcase. What's VMB2? VMB2. Virtual Maid Boy 2? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Sometimes the abbreviations I don't get right away, as I'm thinking a lot on the rest of the show. So sometimes I don't have the scrambling skills. Jacob Novik, Game Pass doesn't mean nothing to me. If I love a game, I buy it. Yeah, same here. I bought plenty of Game Pass games. Big B Money says Ninja Gaiden 4 coming to Game Pass too. Absolutely. Ninja Gaiden 4 is the first Japanese game Xbox publishes ever.
No.
I would go against that. If you were back in the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360, they had a lot of Japanese stuff. Let's see. So talk about Ninja Gaiden 4. I was tired of those old feudal age samurai ninja games. This is a fresh take. Yeah, action adventure, baby. Doggy Dog says everybody's going all digital eventually. Yeah. Yeah, and this is kind of the reason as well. Jacob Novik's last sentence here. How does Play Anywhere work with disc even? It doesn't. It doesn't. So if you're buying disc, you're not getting access to Play Anywhere. And actually, that has become one of the things that makes my decision. If it's not Play Anywhere, I prefer physical because I don't get the benefits of the digital anyway. So, yeah. Let's see.
They used to do it that way with the discs. Except when they first introduced Play Anywhere, it was on the physical discs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody tried the Xbox One generation.
Because I bought the disc for the Xbox, and then it gave me access to play it on PC.
I've never been able to do that with any disc. Let's see. Kame May says that he loves physical too, but it's the reality of the situation. Doggy Dog says it doesn't bother him at all. Oh, there you go. Let's see.
Because I think what they did is they included a digital code with the disc.
Oh, that could have been it. Yeah, I remember that. There were some games that had both the code and the disc.
I think the first one was that Remedy game.
Quantum Break.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember doing it with one of the Gears games.
Gears Ultimate did it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, you're looking to get a box to show in your collection. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Yeah, Cameron May agrees with Fastback and I here. Let's see.
You can put stickers in the thing. Gotta use some stickers.
Doggy Dog, go outside for a walk. Take yourself for a walk, buddy. I'm just kidding. Physical snobs want too much. Oh, unbelievable! This guy.
He's got all that arcade stuff behind this guy.
I know he has all the arcade stuff behind him, all that stuff. You know who doesn't believe in physical anymore? The Steelers. That's right. They don't believe in physical football anymore. They want to play some flag football. I went there.
God.
What are you gonna do about it, buddy? Let's see. Yeah. And again, this is my only downside. If something happens, we can't access our games. That's a problem, right? Right. Yeah. Let's see. Ask physical owner of Titanfall what the disc is worth. Unfortunately, I didn't get to. I got Titanfall as a digital pre-installed on my Xbox One when I bought it, so I can't tell you.
I did too.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, Crazy Greek dude, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, I want to code inside a steel book. Yeah, give me some steel books. Yeah. Let's see. And I think, shout out to, geez, I'm going to murder this. Carlo Lasada Donato. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. All right, moving along. Anybody got us anything else? These should be steel books. I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Digital codes and steel books.
That's what Best Buy should do, so they can get people in their stores, at least.
Yeah, and I agree with Big B Money. Digital makes gaming a lot easier and Game Pass. Yeah, I agree 100% with you. Agree 100% with you. All right, nobody else got anything to say about that?
Nope.
No? All right, Terry, all digital, no physical.
I'm all digital. I was doing physical copies, but I've kind of stopped. But so I guess I'm officially, for the most part, all digital now.
Yeah,
so
all digital here, and if physical, it's retro stuff.
Yeah,
you see in the background.
Absolutely, I'm in the same boat as you, buddy. All right, let's see. Moving along. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Order of the Giants got an announcement trailer. Meh. Terry?
Don't care.
Fastback.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out. I still need to finish the original one, so I need to finish that, and I'll check this out. It's cool.
I still need to finish an Indiana Jones movie. Oh, man, they're just so...
I found the game to be boring myself. I started playing it, and I don't know. I don't like this Indiana Jones game. I feel like I'm probably one of the only people who doesn't like it. But
no, I haven't played it yet. It's on my backlog, but I make fun of it because I know it bothers my buddy Doggy. So yeah, I just make fun of it. I haven't played it. It looks beautiful. It looks great, but I'll play it after I play the game. Moving on. All right. Beast of Reincarnation came out, was announced. So let's read this one. Set in post-apocalyptic Japan, Beast of Reincarnation is an action RPG that explores what it means to be human. You'll venture across ever-changing world as Emma and Ku, smiting monstrous creatures as you carry the weight of being humanity's last hope in a world ruined by corruption. So that's what it's about. It's an action-adventure RPG, but it looks very... Some of the gameplay looks very Souls-esque. But who knows? Now that Expedition 33 has introduced pairing into RPGs, turn-based RPGs, maybe we'll get some of that in there, some of that flavor. It does look great.
Kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter a little bit, the way it looks, just the aesthetics.
It could be, Monster Hunter is a fantastic series. If it plays like Monster Hunter, I love Monster Hunter. Fastback, you playing this one?
Probably not. It looks cool, but no. I'm not.
There you go. All right, Terry, you playing?
No.
All right. This is a maybe for me. I need to see more, and hopefully Game Freak does great. Now, Game Freak, of course. Now, when you say it looks like Monster Hunter, Terry, that's an interesting take because Game Freak makes the Pokemon games. So you are collecting pocket monsters. You think you're collecting apocalyptic monsters here?
I don't know about that.
All right, moving along. Clockwork Revolution got a 5-minute trailer. Yes, and I think 5 minutes was too short. I'll wait to say what I need to say about this. Terry, Clockwork Revolution.
Absolutely, this one was a highlight. I'm so excited for this game because it reminds me so much of BioShock Infinite, and I loved that game. I love BioShock Infinite, and just everything about this just screams like this. Like to me, this is like a spin-off of that. And In Exile does it, and and I do like what they've done with I forgot what it was, that tactics game. But yeah, no.
Wasteland? A Bard's Tale? Which one?
Yeah, Wasteland, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one's well polished though, because Wasteland was so buggy. So let's
Really?
hope.
I played it so good. Not a single bug encountered.
Yeah, but did you I think you even said you didn't play it day one though.
No, of course not.
That's why they had time to fix it. But no. When it released, that was a broken game. But so let's hope they have this one finally polished, because this one looks fantastic.
There you go. Fastback Clockwork Revolution.
Yes. This looks great. I'm happy for an Exile. This is new territory for them, right? Doing a full scale RPG, something like this. And what this excites me is the time traveling aspect of it, how you can manipulate time to do this and that. So I'm really curious about that. I can't wait to play this. I was hoping that this would have been one of the surprise games for this year, but I'm okay if it comes out early next year. I can't remember if they gave a timetable date.
No, they just say in due time.
Yeah, so I can see it coming out early next year.
To me, this game was the game of the show. The game of the show. I mean, this was my game of the show. Thank God it had the longest trailer. It was so good. Showed so much. I love this part when it's showing your choices, and it's just like not regular frustration. He actually murders somebody because of what you say. I thought that was super unique. I haven't seen that done before in a choice game yet. So I kind of like that, right? So you're over here just being kind of a jerk to him, and he just kills that guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, guy, wow, that's interesting.
What a knob.
I thought that was pretty cool myself. But this is definitely the game of the show for me. Love it. Can't wait to get enough of it. I do love my games with time travel mechanics, but it has to be done well. I'm thinking something like Braid. I'm thinking something like The Sands of Time. I'm thinking of other games that do time travel, but time travel is iffy in games. You either got to do it right or you get it 100% wrong. And I'm sorry, there's like no in between in time travel games. And everybody can back me up on this, right? There's like no mediocre. It's either awesome or it sucks.
Yeah.
The time travel mechanic, I mean, right? And so hopefully this mechanic is awesome, and I can't wait to get more of this. Let's see what the chat has to say. Donkey Dog over here talking crap about some Indiana Jones. He said, "You're not funny, Axel." Let's see. Yeah, I agree here with Carlo. I bought a Series X because I want physical games, but also sad now physical games are getting rare. Yep. Hard facts. Yep. Fastback doesn't even use his X drive.
Yet to use it. If they had offered digital Series X at the beginning, that's what I would have bought.
No, you would have bought the white one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabaret Bay says, "I'm excited for Clockwork 2. It's got that steampunk vibe, right?" Chill Walker says, "Clockwork was the best game of the showcase." Yeah, I agree. Big B Bunny says, "Clockwork looks so great." Absolutely. Jacob Novak here was on the rumor mill, says that Machine Games pitched Indiana Jones sequel to Lucasfilms and Disney, and they liked it, so they greenlit forward. My hope is setting it between movie 2 and 3. Oh, there you go. That could be it. They could go between the movies. Yeah, that'd be great. Kevin May says he's going to make his character look like Johnny Depp. Don't do that, man. Instead of pissing this guy right here, where's he at? Where's the part where he pees himself? Here? Yeah. Instead of this guy peeing himself here, right? If you make your character look like Johnny Depp, this guy's going to crap on your bed. So, just saying. He's going to crap himself instead of peeing himself. Yeah, Jacob Novik says Clockwork looks very, very, very good. One of my favorites. Yeah, it looks so fantastic. So Clockwork, I'm all in. Grounded 2. I didn't know this game needed a sequel, but apparently it's getting one. Terry, you going to get shrunk?
Nope.
Fastback, you shrinking?
Yes, I like the original one. Me and my daughter played a little bit, and one of my best friend in Maui, he wants to play it. So we're already talking about it.
So I played the first one with my niece and nephew. Had a fantastic time playing with them. I love every activity I do with my nieces and nephews, and I'll play with them if they want. But as far as me myself wanting to play it by myself for myself, no, hard pass. But it is a survival game that is done very well.
Mm-hmm. Not easy.
A survival crafted game is hard to do well, and hopefully they fix some of the issues that the first one has, like when you build giant bases, it takes 10 minutes to load your level.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm a builder.
Yeah.
Some of my other friends, they go out and find out. I just harvest and build bases. So yeah.
When I played the original, I played it a while on my own, right? Single. And then finally when I got my daughter in it, it was like, man, it's much easier to kill some of these bugs together with 2 people. So
yeah.
Funny.
Stab it in the bug butt. That's what we used to say, bug butt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there you go. Let's see. Chronos, The New Dawn. I have no idea. It is a horror-ish game. It looks good, but I have no idea what's going on. You know what? Let me read it. Bloober Team's next horror game, Chronos, The New Dawn. It's a third-person survival horror set in the future and sees you attempting to survive grotesque creatures that confuse to create even more unsightly monstrosities. All right, there you go. So the horror game. By the way, horror games were shown off a lot more during this summer showcase than ever before. Like the horror genre is exploding, apparently.
Gotta get people hyped for October.
Yeah, it's crazy how many horror games were shown through the whole showcases. But Terry, are you excited for this Chronos?
Not really, no.
Fastback, you gonna get some Chronos in you?
Oh yeah. I like Bloober games. Yeah, definitely excited for this.
I have yet to finish a single Bloober game team. I don't think they do bad games because I think what was that game, that launched with the Xbox Series?
That's one where you can go ship between 2 different
2 different realms.
Like
a mirror universe,
yeah,
whatever.
That was a cool one. Yeah.
I played that one until I stopped playing it, and then I forgot what I was doing, and I didn't feel like restarting, so I just stopped. But as I said, I have yet to finish a Bloober Team game, so yeah, I have no idea what to do with that. So we'll see. I mean, at least it looks good.
It does, yeah.
I mean, but I always thought their games looked pretty good, always. So we'll see what happens. And by the way, Bloober Team, though, even though they're horror specialists, they keep going at it. They must be having financial success, even though some critics straight up kill their games. It's interesting to me. So that is an interesting fact. Let's see. Grounded 2 is next month. Same Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. I think Grounded gets a trilogy. Fun fact.
Oh yeah.
Eidos Montreal helped with 2. Really? With Grounded 2?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they did mention that in the.
And Jacob says he loves horror here more than anybody. Yeah. Cameron may say Callisto's is good. And of course, Jacob Novik is a big yes on Chronos. What was that name that launched with Xbox? Oh my God, now I'm going to be bothered. Hold on. I got to do this because otherwise I won't be able to focus. Yeah, let me see.
My 50-year-old self can't even remember some of these games anymore. I get too many brain farts.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to eat at me for a while. And what was it called? What was it called? My wife was watching me play it. Was it not a launch game?
No, it was not a launch game.
It came on around at the beginning, though. What's a launch? I don't think it was launch, but I remember them mentioning like this game is perfect.
Medium. There we go.
Yeah.
I knew it started with an M. I was like a mirror or something. Like, okay, the medium. Yes. Thank you, me. Okay.
Me.
The medium. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it rolling. The Elder Scrolls Online got Seasons of the Warm Cult, which is kind of cool. You get little pets and stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to jump back into the Elder Scrolls Online as it eats my life. I do love the Elder Scrolls Online, though. Terry.
Man, I have so much content on this game that I still haven't done. So like I'm probably gonna pass because Like
you need
I
a
just
second life for this game.
you need like a group to really enjoy these games because there's group dungeons and things, and so to be by yourself, there's a lot of stuff you can't play unless you play with randoms, and it's just when you get with randoms, they've already done it 100 times, so they just want to speed through it. So if you're going in the first time, you can't really just take your time and enjoy it for the first round. So it's just like meh.
Yeah, randoms skip all the cutscenes. Yeah.
So it's like, it's like no. But ESO is so good. I highly recommend it. If you like Elder Scrolls and you like MMOs, this one is so good. It's just make sure you have a squad.
It's so funny because on most games I'm like the glass cannon, but in Elder Scrolls I love being the tank because if someone says something to piss me off, well I guess I just won't aggro this person and you can die. Well, I care. Like I don't know. Like I love being the tank. I love being a critical part of the team. That's more than just damage. Like make sure he faces away and all this other stuff. Especially when you do raids. Raid bosses are critical for tanks, and everybody blames the tanks or the healers, of course. But yeah, I love being a tank in Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know why, I just do. Fastback, Elder Scrolls Online got a new DLC, of course. So, are you going to second life this one?
Probably not. I mean, I did play a little bit of it, but I agree with Terry. Unless you have a group with you to go on, it's much more fun that way.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really enjoy it too much. I felt like it was just too much work. And I didn't have enough time to really get into it. So maybe one day.
There you go. Chet Walker says, I finished the medium. Yeah, there you go. And Chet Walker says, I need an iconic video ESO party. Hey, that'd be something. That'd be something. Let's see. Aphelion. All right. So this is Dontnod's next game. Aphelion is a narrative sci-fi adventure game about the Earth's eventual demise and humanity's hope for a new world. The new world is Persephone.
Persephone.
Persephone?
It's Persephone.
Like a Persephone?
No. It's Greek. Persephone.
Persephone. An unexplored planet on the edge of the solar system. You play as one of the 2 astronauts sent to Persephone on a survey mission.
Dude.
What you will?
You don't know your Greek mythology, man. Persephone.
Was it Persephone Hades' girlfriend? Like
no, I think Persephone was actually the one where.
Isn't she like Zeus's wife or something?
No, her and her dad were like blindfolded and they got tricked into getting together.
And that's where she carries a phone now. She can't see. Okay. Filled with exploration and tense stealth gameplay, we're guessing things won't be peaceful. Aphelion launches into Game Pass sometime in 2026. It does look pretty. I'm not going to lie. This game looks beautiful. Let me get to the gameplay. Here we go. This game looks beautiful. It's Dontnod. Of course, it's a narrative adventure. That's Dontnod's bread and butter.
Yep.
Cool Cat, you going to play this?
Yes, this one looks awesome. So, like, Dontnod makes some good quality games. I mean, I don't like some of the stuff they do in some of their games, and they have like a hard on for like super indie music, but overall, usually they have decent gameplay. So this one, it'll be nice to get out of their, because pretty much every single game they've made has been in that telltale kind of genre, kind of thing. So this is good for them to get away from that, so we can see what they can really do. And this game looked really good, so I'm actually excited.
Absolutely love it. Fastback.
Yes, definitely. I love these. I love sci-fi games like this where you explore and kind of find. There's mystery to it. So definitely, I would play this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Not bad. I don't know if I'll play it or not. It's on Game Pass, so maybe. There's in the maybe column. Hit that like and share, everyone. Let's go. I did it. Now it's your turn. Absolutely, everybody. Every like you hit on this show lets us get discovered, especially in the live section of YouTube, where we compete for views. And of course, sharing this out to your friends and family, letting them know that we have some great Xbox content. We love everything about that too. Terry, say Mario to Axel.
Mario.
Shout out to Terry, man. That's funny. Shout out to Dan, the man Cunningham. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. He says, hi, all. How's everybody doing today? We're doing good. Happy Father's Day. There are no ghosts at the Grand.
Yes.
It's an eldritch horror, talking cats, and gameplay seems a little towards the Power Wash Simulator at times.
Yes.
So Terry's in. Terry, you excited for this one?
I actually am. Like, I am a sucker for like simulator games, and then this one kind of expanded, like, totally expanded on that. So at first I was like, okay, it's a simulator game. They got me, and then it starts turning into kind of like an adventure game, and I was like, okay, now they really got me. I got two things I really love jam packed together. Like, this is awesome.
Awesome.
So this looks really cool. So yeah, like I get to
I like the songs.
I like to build up this hotel and
Yeah,
get my simulator game on, and then I can go and do adventure stuff. So this is pretty sweet.
Yeah. Fastback, are you looking forward to this one?
I like that he's using a gun to take down the wallpaper.
Kind of decorate. Yeah. Wish you could do that in real life, right? Make
Yeah, wallpaper sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely will play this. Game Pass, so you probably see this in one of my Game Pass.
There you go.
Deals.
Game Fest, yes.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So there
And like when you look at the guns, it kind of has that little bit of that like Fallout too, because like the Pit Boy. So it's kind of has a little bit of that inspiration in the guns with their little mechanical figure.
I hope I don't ever dress like that old man in the game. Just wait, Sir Expand. You just don't know classic style yet. All right, let's see. I wasn't excited for it until the mystery kind of scary part. Talking cat might be Cthulhu. Oh, there you go. I like this part because it like opens this door, very much Beetlejuice style, right? And then over here later on, where they show like the school right here, I'm getting like what's that show on Netflix?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Thank you. Stranger Things vibe. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's interesting. It could be a combination of scary stuff. So.
And then the character, the cartoon character on the gun, the little screen, it looks like that hand drawn game, the platformer one, like the 1920s.
Cuphead.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like too.
There you go. And there's Cthulhu probably. It's so funny. I can't say Persephone, but I can say Cthulhu.
Persephone.
Just say. We all have words we can't say. I think it's a beautiful name. I just can't say it. So therefore it sucks. So awesome. I'm just kidding. I don't want to say that to anybody who's named Persephone in real life. All right. There you go. Moving on. Age of Mythology, Heavenly Spirit. Yes, give it to me. This is an actual game. Finally, we're getting the good stuff. Screw that hotel game, Power Wash Simulator Hotel Edition.
Right. That game is going to stomp all over this game.
Yeah, I do love it when Age of Mythology expands. I love it. I like all of it, man. I cannot get enough of Age of Mythology. Me and my friends play this all the time. It is so fun, so creative, and it's just chaos. It's amazing. I'm all in. Terry, you in?
Nope.
What about you, Fastback? You in?
Yes. I pretty much played all the different places on the Age of Mythology, so I'm definitely interested in checking this one out.
It took me such a long time to figure out the Chinese way of ramping up.
Yeah.
Because they have eras, like, not just eras, but they have dynasties. And it took me a while to figure out how to use the dynasties in combination with the eras. But now that I got it down, try to stop me.
I have not done the Chinese yet, so sometimes I get in that mood and I play it a lot. Like, it's one of those games where in the morning I have my cup of coffee and I'm like, let me play some Age of Mythology, but I haven't done that lately. So yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, absolutely, looking great. Happy Cloud Gamer, I am on a PC laptop. Hey, there you go. He's in. Cameron May says he's also in. That's right. Get yourself into this Age of Mythology. It's awesome.
I like how they put Steam as the smallest. You see, like, everybody's like thing is listed, and then they made Steam smaller than everybody else.
It's coming to Xbox, Steam, and PS5.
And then PS5 last.
Yeah, and notice it's not Game Pass. Age of Mythology is Game Pass, but the DLC is not included with Game Pass. So I'm really glad they're being distinct.
Do you get a discount if people had it in Game Pass?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Now, this is the Heavenly Spirit introduces the Japanese into the game. So there you go. I want to read this one. All right. EVR Studio dropped another trailer for us, and its upcoming stealth shooter confirmed that Mudang Two Hearts will launch sometime in 2026. Set in modern-day South Korea during a time when the country is reunifying with North Korea, you'll need to uncover a conspiracy that has thrown the two countries into chaos. It looks incredible, and we'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X and S and PC. Now, Mudang Two Hearts, one is a North Korean, one is a South Korean, right? And so you get 2 point of views of the same events, I'm assuming. I don't know too much about it, right? But I am very interested in the 2 point of view of this thing. It looks great. One of them is stealthy, like, you know, this when you play her, you're a civilian, just stealthy, figuring stuff out. And when you play as the other person, you're a soldier, eliminating things. So I think it's kind of cool how it has the 2 hearts at it. So I'm very interested in this game. Terry.
I don't know. It's a maybe for me. I need to see more.
All right. Fastback, what about you?
Maybe. I mean, I really, I haven't really looked in too much into this, so we'll see. If it's good, I'll give it a shot. Yeah. If it's stealth and all that involved, then yeah. Yeah,
it's stealthy. Well, one of them is a stealth assassin, and the other one's just stealth runaway.
Yeah.
You know, so 2 different things, but it looks cool.
2 different views, yeah. Be cool.
Yeah, it looks cool to me. All right, let's see. Planet of Lana 2. Yes, I want to play this game. It looks beautiful. I haven't played the original Planet of Lana. I installed it on my console. I'm ready to go.
You need to
because this game looks so dang good. Terry.
You need to rip that off your backlog then.
Yeah, I do. Before it gets out of Game Pass. You're right.
You better get on it.
Have you played Planet of Lana?
I have not, but this does look pretty cool.
Look at you hypocrite.
I love how colorful it is.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, that's exactly what I love about it. And if it's good enough to launch a sequel, it should be good. Fastback, Planet of Lana 2.
Yes. I played this. I loved it. Beautiful game. Good story. Because as you're playing, you do care about the character and then the little cat character, so on. Like, so I'm excited at this. You know, expansion on this game. Interesting. And it wasn't hard either. So I mean, sometimes a couple areas where I messed up. But it was cool trying to figure it out, how to get around.
That is cool.
Solve some puzzles in this.
Chicken, no, don't try to scare me. He says, act up here where someone is hiding behind your sofa. No, they're not. I can see just fine. Let's see. Come on, man. That's what I used to do. I wake up early on a day off and play AOE with a cup of coffee. Yes.
Do that almost every day.
Happy Cloud Gamer. I did try to fly into North Korea with Flight Simulator 24, and flight was struggling with GPS in North Korea. Oh, my gosh. Shale Walker says, I finished Planet Lana and will play the sequel. There you go. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jacob Nova forgot to mention this before, but yes, Grounded is getting an animated TV series. Yeah, not bad for a game that started with only a developing crew of 13.
Yeah.
So yeah, Planet of Lana 2. Can't wait. The Children of the Leaf. Can't wait. Fallout 76 gone fishing. I don't play Fallout 76, so hard pass.
Hard pass.
I played Fallout 76. It's been a while, but I think I'll get back into this. Check it out. I mean, I've been kind of craving to get an itch to get back into Fallout 76, so this will probably give me it. I love fishing games.
There you go. All right, she's gonna go fishing. All right. Oh my gosh, I just clicked the wrong button. Okay.
And I was telling a buddy at work too. He's a Fallout guy, so he was excited to hear about this.
Solo Leveling Arise. So Solo Leveling is an anime, I believe, isn't it? It's a webtoon, okay? And so he's getting the game. Just being honest, I don't care. Just being honest, I don't care. Sorry. Don't mean to sound rude to people who love this. It's just not for me. Terry?
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, same.
It looks cool, but yeah, I know nothing about this webtoon. You know what's going on.
Yeah. Fastback?
Nope, I'll save it for Eternal.
4-player co-op, though, that is a perk.
It is, and it looks very hack and slashy. But I don't know. We'll see.
I'll put it on the maybe pile.
This is definitely probably in the no pile, just being honest. I got other games. Animu announced trailer. All right, have you ever wanted to be the Pokemon? Because that's what this game is all about, Terry.
This was so cute.
You want to be the Pokemon.
This was the cutest thing I ever saw. Like, I don't want to play it, but I can see a lot of kids really having fun with this. Maybe some adults too, but like, yeah, this was very cute.
Fastback? You want to be the Pokemon?
Maybe I'll introduce it to my 12-year-old. She might like this.
There you go. I don't want to be the Pokemon. Just being honest. I don't know. This game could take off, but for now, I'm good. Just saying, I'm good. All right, let's see. Fallout 76 is fun, but right now they're replaying Ghost Recon Wildlands on GeForce Now. Okay, let's see. Oh, I just lost everything. Hold on. My stream is acting up. Chet Walker says, Solo Leveling is one of the greatest webtoons, and I downloaded the demo from Steam. Was it fun? Let me know, Chet Walker. Let me know. Pokemon on steroids. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Chet Walker, Nintendo lawyers are already making up lies. Oh! There you go. There you go.
It looks really, really good, though. I think this is going to be very popular.
It could be. So, Animo. But it's not a Game Pass game, so we'll see. Moving on. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. Loved them back in the day. I don't know if I'll play the remakes, but I did love them back in the day. Terry?
Yeah, maybe. Because, yeah, I still haven't even gone back and bought 1 and 2. So, like,
right? Same.
So it's like,
yeah. Fastback?
Maybe in Game Pass. I definitely enjoyed these back in the day, but I haven't really played it.
I loved them back in the day, but yeah, it's just
yeah.
Especially on the NES when skate games came out. Me and my brother were trying to get the best score that we can get in some of these.
This and I love playing Matt Hoffman's BMX. Man.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Moving on. At Fate's End. Now this one looks great. From the developers behind Spiritfarer are back with an exciting day one Game Pass launch. At Fate's End, you have to battle your family and the monsters of a 2D side-scrolling kingdom while also making tough narrative choices and changing the ending of the game as you go. Yeah, this one also looks like a Metroidvania to me. And, I mean, look how beautiful it looks. Jeez, I cannot get over the art style of this game. It looks gorgeous. I'm very interested in this one. At Fate's End is definitely one of the games I'm very interested in. I don't know if it's Metroidvania or just side-scrolling, but it looks so good. Terry, At Fate's End.
This one's a hard pass for me.
All right, hard pass. Okay, all right. Fastback?
No.
No,
I'll play it for you. No, probably not.
I'm the only one at Fate's End. All right. Let's see. I bought Tony Hawk 1 and 2 day one, but now I have to buy 3 and 4 because it's in Game Pass. Or don't have to buy 3 and 4 because it's in Game Pass. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Right. Of course. And Jacob Novik says this is a pass. Yeah. Not his kind of game. Yeah. Not everybody can get into these games. I understand. It looks awesome to me. Gears of War Reloaded. We already talked about it, but it finally got a trailer, which is awesome. So this is the showing of the trailer. Of course, they also announced that the beta, which is going on right now, I think the multiplayer beta is going on right now for people to check out. And yeah, you can tell who has and hasn't been a gearhead online. You can definitely see the first one. So this one is awesome. Moving along. Persona 4 Revival coming to Game Pass. Right. Is it coming to Game Pass? I thought it was. Let me look. It is. Okay, yeah. A Persona 4 Revival. So this is the Persona 4 remake, basically, and it looks good. Now, I bought the original Persona 4, so I don't think I'm going to do this one. But, of course, I do love the Persona games. I think they're awesome. I think it's a cool series, and it's got a lot of style behind it. Terry, are you going to put on your high school skirt and go Persona?
I hate Persona. No interest. No interest at all.
Fastback, if you're there, if you can hear me, what do you think? And nope, he stepped away. All right, moving along. Happy Cloud Gamer did play Gears Reloaded and thinks that the graphics need to be better, in his opinion. There you go. So X-Man is not into Persona games. Yeah, so there's the Persona 4 P4 launched on the PlayStation Portable, I think. maybe. So yeah, Fastback, are you gonna play Persona 4 Revival?
No, that's why I let to go to the restroom. Y'all
All right, move it along.
that.
Sea of Thieves Season 17. I'm not even gonna hit play. Anybody playing this?
Probably not. I haven't played
Probably not.
CDs in a long time.
I haven't played Sea of Thieves. I put 3 years into it, and I think that's good. In my
Yeah.
opinion. Oh, Invincible versus. I love Invincible. I love the comic. I love the show. And when I saw this trailer, I'm like, yes, a game. And then it had to be a versus fighting game. I'm like, no, hard pass. Terry, what do you got?
For this one, no. Like, I don't know. I couldn't get into the show, so I have no interest in the game.
Oh, I'm into the comics. I'm into the show. I'm into it all. But not this. I'm not into fighting games. So hard pass. Fastback.
Yes, love the show, and I'll definitely play this. You know, that way. I mean, I ain't big into fighting games, but it does look cool. You know, just hearing from Doggy Dog and Jago about this, yeah, they were excited. So yeah, I'll definitely check this out. This will probably be one of their fighting games on Fridays. You know, so
there you go. Sir X-Man says Invincible versus Day One. Yeah. Happy Cloud Gamer says, I like Sea of Thieves is amazing, but they keep making content I don't want. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looks great, but yeah, hard pass. All right, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Got a special trailer. All right, so all right, so I am probably out of all of us the biggest Final Fantasy VII fan. I'm not going to say Final Fantasy fan. I'm just saying Final Fantasy VII fan. I have bought Final Fantasy VII, the OG one, probably 5 different times. So I love that game. It's incredible to me. And this one is finally coming this winter to Xbox. Finally, after 4 or 5 years of exclusivity. Finally coming to Xbox. Terry, are you going to play Final Fantasy VII Intergrade?
I am not, but my husband will. He's a huge Final fan. Well, I want to say huge. He's a Final Fantasy fan, but 7 was always his number one choice when it comes to Final Fantasy. He's got like a couple that he's really into, and he's got a bunch that he doesn't care about. But 7 is his end all be all, and he was really mad when Xbox got snubbed, and he held out for a long time before he finally bent the knee and bought the PlayStation version. So now that this is coming out for Xbox and it has the additional content included, he's excited for this. So
I feel like your husband is me. I held out on buying Final Fantasy VII because I'm like, it's coming, it's gonna come. And then when I saw the deal to get Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and it includes remake and integrate, all for the price of $70, I'm like, I'm in. And I bought it on PlayStation, right? All digital, no physical. And so, yeah, I was very excited for that. I'm very much in the same shoes as your husband on that. Fastback, have you played this already, or are you going to get it on Xbox?
No, I mean, I played the old Final Fantasy games, but I really haven't been in Final Fantasy in a while. I love playing. I'm more of the MMO. Like, I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 11 when it was on 360. And I was disappointed that 14 didn't come to Xbox when it did. So now it is. Maybe I'll get into 14. But the single player ones, this and that, I really haven't been invested in. So, but I'm happy that it is finally coming to Xbox.
So I don't think I'm going to rebuy this game. Just being honest, the reason I got my PS5, you can't see it, but it's right there, is because of Final Fantasy and God of War, and that's it, right? And the Final Fantasy games kept coming. You know, exclusive. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7 Integrated, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Final Fantasy 16. All that was exclusive. I'm like, okay, that's 4 games. That's a few games I want to play. And God of War, yeah, I'm getting a PlayStation. Now that it's coming to Xbox, it's like too little, too late. Even the biggest Final Fantasy 7 fan on this show that I know of, on either of my shows, is not going to buy this on Xbox. Why? Because I already bought it. I already played it. And it's not like we're getting exclusive Xbox content, right? So hard pass on that one. But that wasn't the only announcement they did, right? Of Final Fantasy VII. They also shadow dropped Final Fantasy 16 today, or that day, I guess a week ago, on Xbox. So Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate comes to it, and now we get Final Fantasy 16 on the Xbox. Are you getting this one, Terry?
I am not, but I told my husband about it when I was watching the showcase, and he actually got excited. So,
Was he
so
like?
this was.
"Ah!"
He wasn't like that, but he thought it was really cool because.
Oh, sorry. Was he like?
So,
Sorry. Deep
so this is no, there wasn't that much excitement, but like it was just like, excitement. Like he was more excited about 7. So
Yeah, 7 is the Final Fantasy for.
it is because he's a huge Cloud fan. So
Mhm.
like it's all about Cloud.
Yeah.
But no, he's excited for this one too. So he was looking forward to this one. So. And from what I've heard, once 7 officially releases on Xbox, Xbox is the only place where you have every single Final Fantasy game available.
Do you? That is the topic. Hold on.
The only console.
That is the topic, but hold on. Fastback, are you getting 16?
No.
No.
Even though I've heard I had 15, it was okay. I never finished it, but I've heard 16 is better than 15. So.
Oh, wait, I heard the combat in 16 is amazing. Even my buddy Doggy, who, he's a big old hack and slasher, he loved it.
Yeah.
So if Doggy loves the combat, it's good. So yeah, it just looks so good. So yeah, this got available now. Ugh. But unfortunately, I already bought it. Guess what? I already bought it already. I'm not gonna rebuy it. No way. No way. Sorry, Square. Sorry. I'm not double dipping. So this whole, everybody's going to be like, oh, only 100 people on Xbox bought it. Yeah, because Square didn't launch it day one. Those of us that are real Final Fantasy fanatics, real Final Fantasy fans aren't going to wait 2, 3, 5 years for you to port a game. Get out of here, Square. Of course, I'm not going to buy this more than once. Screw that. But talking on Terry's topic, the Xbox Series X and S now has nearly every Final Fantasy mainline game. Now, which one is it missing? Well, it's missing Final Fantasy 11, as it kind of died out, right?
Yeah, I don't see no need for that one.
Yeah. So it's missing Final Fantasy 11, and it's missing Rebirth, right? But we have Final Fantasy 1 through 16 on it, with the exception of 11, and Rebirth, the second half of Final Fantasy 7 right now, which makes Xbox the most complete platform for Final Fantasy. So that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy to me, yeah. And,
Keiki, he's kind of... remake already out?
Huh?
Is Rebirth remake already out? Or
yeah, Rebirth is already out.
But on PS5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Probably have to wait just as long for part 2 as we did for part 1.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate launches on Xbox in winter, but there's no word yet on Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth port. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Sony's still got money headed on that. So,
of course, PC remains the best place to keep up with mainline Final Fantasy games. It is the only platform to have access to all 16 games, including Final Fantasy 11. However, if you're a devout console player, then you might want to lean your interest towards the Xbox, given that, unlike PlayStation and Nintendo Switch 2, it lets you play Final Fantasy 13 via Xbox backwards compatibility. Ka-chow! Backwards compatibility, FTW, for the win. Booyah! So that is Final Fantasy 13, lucky number 13 for us. On Friday the 13th, lucky number 13. Hey. You see what's going on here?
No.
So yes, Final Fantasy Xbox remains the best place for you Final Fantasy guys. So I don't need that PlayStation anymore for those Final Fantasy games. Get out of here. I'm going to be all Xbox now. PlayStation 6 without Final Fantasy 7. What do you got? Got nothing. Let's see. All right. Let's see. The chat went crazy. Holy cow. Doggy Dog says, yes, this game will be awesome. Oh, he's talking about Versus. Let's see. Happy Cow Gamer. I think Final Fantasy 7. I still have a PlayStation Plus. Yeah. Jacob says that PlayStation fans are having meltdowns. Yeah. Jacob also said he just bought Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox. Yeah. Jesus Nasty says Final Fantasy X is the best. A lot of people do love Final Fantasy X. Yeah. Jacob Noak says people be like, buy it, show your worth to Square. Dude, Final Fantasy remake came to Xbox because y'all didn't buy it and then to perform. So Square Enix nearly went bankrupt. Yeah, for real. And like I said, I'm not gonna buy it again. Screw that. And I am a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. I have bought it across multiple platforms, multiple generations. But I am not gonna rebuy it because it's 5 years too late. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Let's see. Chael says he's gonna wait for Final Fantasy VII to be on Game Pass. I don't know if it ever will be, man. Just being honest. If it came to Game Pass, I'll play it. I'm just being honest here. Doggy Dog says I'll get Final Fantasy 16 Complete Edition once it's like $20. I already played it. The base version on PS5. Long game. Yeah, it does have DLCs. You're right, Doggy. Final Fantasy 16 does have DLCs. If they launch a Complete Edition on Xbox, yeah, I'll buy that. Why not? I want the DLCs. Yeah. Shout out to my friend Sean here. He says it's a really good game with a great story. Which one? You got to be more specific there, Sean. And shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP.
If he was a good friend, you would know what he's talking about. Come on now.
Sean plays on his Steam Deck. Okay. I do know that. Let's see. Final Fantasy X will always be my favorite all-time Final Fantasy, according to Sexman. Yeah, chat, let us know what your all-time Final Fantasy is. Mine is 7. I think I've made it very obvious that I'm a huge 7 fan. Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, but not huge enough, sir. If you were, you would play it on Xbox. Come on now.
Yeah. Shout out to Glinzer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. He says publishers love to feast on those double, triple dips, quadruple dips. Yeah, I'm sorry. They do, and I would normally do it, but I gotta save my money. I got a budget now that games are $80, right? Shout out to Mike Johnson. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, yo, what's crack-a-lackin'? What's up? Let's see. Actually, you hypocrite. You said you're not buying Final Fantasy 16 and 7 remake on box. Yeah, I'm not buying it on Xbox. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Talos Ray. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Final Fantasy 7 remake came out in 2017. Did it?
Feels like it's that old.
I thought it came out in 20. Yeah, you're right. It did come out. I thought it came out like in 2019 though. Let's see. I don't remember when it came out. Sorry, I can't find it. Yeah, it doesn't have a thing. Oh yeah. I also don't like that the Xbox doesn't have data rhythm final bar line. Amazing. So PS5 also definitely remains ahead of Xbox when you factor in spin-offs. It's got the likes of Dissidia NT, Theater Rhythm, and the Crystal Chronicles remastered. So yeah. PlayStation still gatekeeping. Square's still not wanting my money. They don't want my money. Sorry, Ben. Sorry, they don't want my money. Let's see. Doggy Dog says Final Fantasy II SNES is still the best. So that is Final Fantasy 4, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Abacab72. He says Final Fantasy 9 is his favorite. Oh, the 9 is good too. 9 is good. And my good friend Sean is saying it is Final Fantasy 16. Yeah. Final Fantasy 16 is his favorite. He says it's got a really good story. There you go. Chair Walker says he bought Final Fantasy 16 Complete Edition with the DLCs. Hey, if it comes to Xbox, maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Xbox is also the only one to have Lost Odyssey, but I don't think that's a Final Fantasy game. Just saying, Abacab. Nothing against Lost Odyssey. Love the game. So there you go. Final Fantasy. Terry, are you going to get any of your Final Fantasy on?
No, but my husband will.
Hell yeah. He's a man of culture. Again, a man of culture. Fastback, are you going to get into your Final Fantasy on?
As of now, no. Sorry.
All right. I love Final Fantasy. I think it's great that they're all on Xbox, but sorry, too little, too late. I already bought it on another platform. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Traitor.
I have.
Should have waited.
Betrayal. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Back to the showcase. There we go. And that takes care of the Final Fantasy topic. So let me delete that. Free up some RAM. All right. Keeper was shown from Double Fine. There we go. That's what it was. Double Fine. This game looks cool. I need to see more of it, but it looks cool. Terry, what do you think?
I'm all in on this one. This one looked amazing. So this one definitely piqued my interest.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty cool idea to have like a traveling lighthouse. Like that's cool.
All right. What about you, Fastback? Are you in on this?
Oh,
Double Fine always makes weird but fun games.
Yeah, no, this looks great. It's unique. I've never seen, especially a lighthouse come to life.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they went the whole Pixar thing. Like, what if a lighthouse had feelings? You know.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting.
It looks
I don't
so
know.
cool. Like, look at the world. Like, it looks so cool.
It does look good.
Bioluminescence! I'm such a sucker. But yeah, no, I'm all in.
There you go. And you get a little assistant. I don't know.
A dodo!
Dodo?
It looks like a dodo to me.
So there you go.
Only one that flies.
So there you go. Keeper. Everybody's in, I think. I don't know anybody who's out on Keeper. I've heard nothing but good things. Let's see. Sirxman said, Square Enix, next time, don't take 8 years to bring all the Final Fantasy out to another console. Right? Chair Walker says, Keeper might be his game of the year. All right. And Doggy Dog says, Keeper will be great. Yeah. Shout out to Sappho. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, I love it. You would never see a game like this if Xbox wasn't allowing for creative freedom like this. Right? Hard facts. Call of Duty was dropped. I thought this trailer was looking awesome. To be honest with you, a lot of these scenes look like the like this part here, look like the offices of Ninja Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I was thinking this was their game OD or whatever the heck. Not OD. What was that? Project whatever it was.
Mara.
I thought this was going to be Project Mara when I was looking at it, and then it went on to the trailer. I'm just fast forwarding to the parts that I care about. It went on to this part here that unfolded like Inception style. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then it's revealed to be a Call of Duty game. And I'm like, that was the one more thing, Call of Duty, really? But it's on Game Pass, so I'm going to play it. So I'm just saying, I got so hyped thinking it was Ninja Theory. I got so hyped thinking it was something else. And it turns out to just be Call of Duty. I'm like, none of this is going to be in the game. So yeah. Coca Terry, Call of Duty, you in?
Nope.
Black Ops 7, Blop 7. Fastback, are you going to Blop 7?
I definitely would play this campaign.
Yep.
This looked very interesting. And when I first saw it, I was like, I did not get any Call of Duty vibes. This guy, I don't know the name of the actor, but he's a decent actor. And at first I was thinking, is this like that Kojima game that
OD?
He's working with Xbox? Because, he loves to do, with real life actors. And, but then, of course, when they came and they revealed it was Call of Duty, it's like, what? So it does look cool. So I'll play it in Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. Blops 7 got announced. And did it get announced for this year? I don't remember if it got announced for this year.
I think it's next year, but
Is it?
seeing as how this one has kind of like that future vibe, I don't foresee them having zombies, but maybe they will.
No, they did show zombies in the trailer.
Did they?
It was
They did,
real with zombies, yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be zombies, which is awesome. I got to admit, zombies is the best part of Call of Duty right now. Let's see. Why is the direct sequel to Black Ops 2 called Black Ops 7 and not 2.5? There you go. Let's see. Square has older games that people want to see remade. Xenogears, Vagrant Story, Parasite Eve, Brave Fencer, Masashi. Yeah. Lots of that. Abacab says he likes Call of Duty campaigns. I do too. I think this is part of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Oh, there you go. There you go. Jacob Novik, though, is in for zombies. Yes. And it should be. Happy Cloud Gamer's all in. He says, hell yeah, I'll play Black Ops 7. He is all in on Black Ops 7. Let's see. No release date. Yeah, that's right. No release date. Only an announcement trailer. Let's see. So, yeah, there you go. Call of Duty. And that ended the show. But let's see what else we got. So at the end of the show, before the Call of Duty, all that stuff, right, got announced, Phil Spencer was out and about talking, and he basically confirmed next year, the 25th anniversary of Xbox, that he basically said Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and going back to where it all began. Where did it all begin? Halo. So he quietly confirmed the launch of a Halo game, and everybody's saying that it is Halo Combat Evolved Remastered, which I think is a waste of talent. They should just be making Halo 7 right now, but whatever. What do I know? I'm just a Halo fan. But they want to get the kids back into it again. They want to attract new audiences. So there you go. He did let out that Forza Horizon 6, Gears of War E-Day, and going back to where it all began, another game that goes back to where it all began. He's probably not saying Halo this time, as last time he said the word Halo launches with Game Pass with Xbox. It didn't launch. Terry, are you excited for the 25th anniversary? What would you like to see that he didn't announce? I'll be right back, guys.
What would I like to see he didn't announce?
Well, what do you think about what he did announce, and is there anything that he didn't announce that you would like to see?
Okay, I mean, I'm happy with what. I mean, there were a lot of games that were shown in the showcase that I'm not interested in, but there was at least some decent ones that got my attention. You know, like Seekers and Aphelion and Clockwork and things like that. So I mean, he definitely showed enough to keep me interested. It would have been nice if we could have gotten a little bit more for like Perfect Dark, because they've been working on that for a little bit now, and I mean they did give us like a new trailer at the I can't remember which showcase it was from. I think it was last year or whatever. It might have been the Game Awards or something, where they gave us a new trailer, which was good. But I'm hoping that they are getting close to where they can start announcing when we're going to get it. When are we going to get the new Perfect Dark?
Yeah.
And then I think they hinted they didn't show anything new for Fable that I can recall.
Nope.
So that's another one where people are kind of been waiting on that one. So. I mean, I would have been nice if they could have given us a little bit more on those two, but
Yeah.
that's about it. That's about it for me.
I'm excited for Forza Horizon 6, and I don't mind that remaster Halo Combat Evolved, because now that a lot of these games are going to PlayStation, they want to bring like a upgraded, fresh to these older franchises. So I see why they're doing that with Halo. So that they can get PlayStation gamers, to get into that series. And
wouldn't they just put the Master Chief Collection on PlayStation and call it a day?
What?
Right.
What kind of blasphemy did I just hear?
That makes sense, but maybe they just want to kind of give it a little bit more of a refresh to look to it and feel.
So they're going to pull a PlayStation and remaster a remaster?
Yes.
Like, yeah. That's what they did with Gears.
That's how you make money on PlayStation.
Yeah, it was Gears of War Ultimate, and now Gears of War Reloaded, remaster of a remaster. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Steadicade 3, we didn't hear nothing to that, so I'm hoping that we see that next year, something more of a when it's coming out. I'm okay that they didn't show more like Fable and Perfect Dark and all that. I mean, it would have been cool if one of them, if it is coming out early next year, I would think they would have shown them. Mm-hmm. But I guess maybe they will save that something for the Game Awards show.
I love how they're only going like 6 months in advance, though. Like, I'm being real honest.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then, you know how they always do a show like at end of January. So maybe we will see. They will give us that what is coming out early next year. So, and what's going to avoid GTA 6 right that month. So,
what I love is that we got things already. We got to see what the next 6 months ish shows for the console. Mm-hmm. some of it is 2026, so that's beyond 6 months. But we also got things that are like to get us hyped. Hey, Forza Horizon 6 will be showing, and Gears of War E-Day, and plus something else that a classic that's been with Xbox from the beginning will also launch next year. A classic since the beginning. Fable's also there. He could be talking about Fable.
The Return of Crimson Skies. I would love that.
Oh my god, that would be great. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that would be great. So yeah, I think that's great. This announcement gets me hyped. And shout out to Xbox and Phil for giving us 2 shows a year, unlike everybody else. We get the big Xbox Developer Direct in January, and then we have this one. And I think Xbox gamers, as far as trailers and excitement and hype level, we're always hyped, and we always have something great to talk about. Whereas, Team Red is always hoping for a random direct, and I think the longest they went without a direct was like 13 months or 18 months, something like that. And the other side hasn't done a showcase; they've only done state of plays. So, we're totally spoiled. Shout out to Phil for spoiling us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let's move on to the meat and potato. No, hold on. Before we move on to the meat and potato, sorry, 28 new chats just dropped. Holy cow, my screen just went crazy.
Fire.
Oh my god. Let's see. Wow, sorry, I gotta go back a while. Happy Cloud Gamer wants some more Deus Ex. Yeah, I love Deus Ex, man. I love Deus Ex. He also said Fable would be out next year. Absolutely, Happy Cab, yeah. Let's see. Doggy Dog says they want to make another remaster to grab a remaster to cash grab from Team Blue. Absolutely. Let's see. Doggy Dog. They'll be paying $99 to play a 25-year-old game 5 days early. Damn. Damn, Doggy, going for the jugular. My buddy.
It's true, though. I don't see no lies there.
Sappho wants a partnership to revive Dead or Alive. Would be nice. Yeah, give me some Dead or Alive beach volleyball, the greatest volleyball game ever made.
Goodness.
Yeah. Sir X-Men says Phil Spencer always says he loves Crimson Skies, and he did talk about bringing it back one day.
I want a sequel. Like, I want a sequel to it. And do what they kind of did, where, give us our sequel, but then include like a nice little remaster of the original.
Yeah.
Like they did with Gears.
Yeah.
Give us both. This way, people who have never experienced it, like the newer generation, they never play the original Crimson Skies. This way, they can get the sequel and the original.
Happy Cloud Gamer is upset he didn't see more Contraband. Yeah, I think that game has actually relaunched. Also, that rare game Everwild. Haven't seen it for like 7 years, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. Terry, you always want them to show PD each year. What's PD, Terry?
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. Yeah, no, I love Perfect Dark. Yeah. Halo going to the PS5 was rumored a week ago. I think, no, first off, I have long said that the whole slate is going. I long said it when those 4 games were announced. As much as I'm against it, I know that the whole slate is going. Let's not be real here. I think console exclusives are important. I don't think the whole slate should go. But I accepted a long time ago that it's going to go no matter how I feel. So, there you go. Right?
And the Xbox games on PlayStation right now are successful.
That's right. These PlayStation guys saying that they didn't want Xbox games.
It costs over exclusivity.
Yeah. Let's see. Here, proof to your point. There, Fastback. Gears of War Reloaded has more pre-orders on PlayStation than Dead Stranding 2. Oh! Yeah. Jacob Noack says, Phil just said Forza, not Horizon. Did he say that? Let's see. Let's get the quote. Let's see. Let's get the quote.
I'm all for, like, the Horizon to go away. Like, bring me something different, a different name.
Yeah, you're right. He did just say Forza. He said, as we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Okay.
So could it be like him by saying only Forza? Does he mean Motorsport and Horizon? I don't know.
Uh,
Well, I don't see both of them come out next year, so no. But
Horizon just launched, or sorry, Motorsport just launched, and
Yeah, that's
Motorsport
true.
has a long
Yeah,
development
so that
cycle
won't-
because of the laser scanning and the everything else just takes time.
what's that beloved racing franchise? The other one on Xbox that hasn't been out for a
Gotham? I
while.
don't know.
Yeah, Forza Project Gotham. Let's go.
Let's go. Forza, what is it? Forza Underground. Let's do it. Let's see. Sample. The other side is a dumpster fire right now. Oh my gosh.
I mean, if you were a PlayStation gamer, there are a lot of games out there that you can play third party or whatever, but their first party really hasn't been much.
Sir X-Men knows all about me. How about a new Mech Assault? Yeah, I'll take a new Mech Commander, new Mech Assault, a Mech Warrior 6. I'll take it all. Sir X-Men, I'll take it all. Mike Johnson is all in for Halo coming to PlayStation. Yep, there you go. Doggy Dog says it won't be Motorsport. They're still adding to the latest one. Yeah, and I think the license for Forza Horizon 5 is almost expired. They expire after 5 years, don't they? So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Has it been that long since the last Horizon?
Yeah, it has been.
Really? It feels like it's only been like 2 years. Man.
Let's see. Forza Horizon 5 launch date was 2021. Yeah, so 2026, it has to be a Horizon game. Because I think the licenses for music and cars and all that is only 5 years. So if you haven't bought to own Forza Horizon, you might want to. I'm going to buy the complete edition when it goes on sale. Just messing with you, doggy. Just messing with you, bro.
So yeah, so either it's going to be Horizon 6 or they might be finally making a new IP for Forza.
Maybe it's going to be for Horizon 5 Ultimate. I don't know. What if it's Forza Motorsport, the original one? Remastered. Get it now, PlayStation guys. Okay, I get myself. Okay.
I am surprised Contraband wasn't announced.
Yeah, I am surprised.
You would think that would be coming out soon too, because it's been a while.
Yeah. Doggy Dog says he hopes it's Forza Horizon 6.
They could make a Forza that focuses on motorcycles or something.
Maybe. I think it's Forza Horizon personally.
Or a true off-road game. A true off-road game. Because the off-roading in Horizon isn't really off-roading.
Shout out to Eternal Shaddai. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, I had overtime at work, got out at 2 a.m. I'm still sleepwalking. There you go. But hey, Shaddai, if you ever want to jump in, you know where the link is, buddy.
Excuses.
Yeah, sounds like excuses. Boo this man. Boo. Boo him and the Bills.
And happy Father's
Boo.
Day, Eternal.
Oh, yeah. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Eternal Shaddai. Boo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Eternal Shaddai. Happy Father's Day. There we go. Forza MTVs. Yeah. There you go. Sir X-Man says he hopes it's a remaster of the first one. I thought the first one took place in Colorado.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not New York.
No.
But we'll see. There you go.
Every
All right,
day
let's see.
Project Gotham.
Project Gotham. I don't think they need Project Gotham with Forza. So there you go. So that's what we're hoping for. I'm hoping for the 25th anniversary to get a 25th anniversary controller. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. I'm sure it'll come out. All right, let's move on to the meat and potatoes of the show, shall we? So in that whole aspect of it, hold on, let me get to it.
So all the other stuff was digital, and now we're getting to the physical.
That's right. Let's get to physical hardware. The Asus ROG Xbox Ally X, Ally and Ally X were revealed officially, bringing the handheld market to everybody here. So that is awesome. Can't wait for this. I'm very, 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 very excited for this. I know Terry's excited for it too. I can see it on her face. She has been waiting for this topic. Even her cat was like, move on. Let's talk about it. The ROG Ally coming to Xbox was announced, and not only was it announced, but it was also announced that when this device launches, it is launching with Hollow Knight Silksong day and date. So it has a launch game, and it is a great launch game as Hollow Knight Silksong is incredible. I love Hollow Knight and Silksong. I've been waiting for it. And instead of showing a trailer, they showed a launch date, which is what all of us have been wanting, all of us Hollow Knight fans. It comes with a with a Xbox overlay, I'm going to call it, right? Yeah. The user interface, the Xbox interface on PC for handhelds. And that overlay it kills a lot of Windows processes, and it frees up 2 more gigs of RAM from the device so far.
Gets rid of all the other stuff that you don't need for.
That's right, like Windows. We don't need that. But you can see here, there's been a lot of announcements. Let's move on to this, and here we go. So Silksong got announced. First off, I'm very excited for Silksong. So here is. Oh, they have an update. What? This wasn't on here last night. I'm sorry, guys. Let me read this. While it was stated that Silksong will be available at launch when Xbox Ally releases later this year, we've since learned that it's not going to be a day one launch game for the hardware. Instead, according to Team Cherry's Matthew Griffin, the game will launch before holiday, so it still might come out ahead of the Xbox Ally devices, but it's not set in stone nor tied to the launch of the hardware. Oh, I feel lied to again by Xbox. So, whatever. All I care is that Silksong launches. So, Silksong got announced. Terry, are you excited for Silksong?
I'm not excited for that now, but I mean, I don't play Hollow Knight or any of that stuff. So, not my thing.
Have you played Hollow Knight? Fastback.
No.
Oh man, I love Hollow Knight. I love it so much.
If it's a Game Pass, I might.
It was a Game Pass for a while, and I like it so much. And oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's one of those games that's so good. After you're done playing it, you just gotta light up a cigarette. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Terry?
Oh my god.
You know what I mean, Fastback?
Maybe.
You just gotta light one up and just
That's
take it all in.
I would say that I think the only game I've ever had that reaction to was when I played Dragon Age Origins for the first time.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that games haven't been good enough for you to light a cigarette, Fastback.
Not yet.
I can't even drink my drink. Hold on. I'm like, let's see. Oh, let's see. Chet Walker is already setting his money aside for the Xbox Ally X. Cool Cat Terry is waiting for that Halo Asus X handheld. Oh yeah, the Halo edition would be day one in Terry's hand.
No.
Day one. Jacob Novik says Mechasalt is hard because even if Xbox owns the IP, they don't own the Universe license in which Mechasalt is set in. Phil wanted to bring it back. Yeah, I think there's like 5 people who own the Mechasalt IP. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Back from the dead. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, now I have motivation to finish Hollow Knight. Finish it, man. Light that cigarette. Happy Cloud Gamer. So the user interface for ROG Xbox Ally, but I hope that the UI will become part option for Windows PC and it should be part of xCloud. I don't know about xCloud. I like the console setup that xCloud has. Personally, I like it, right? Let's see. Doggy Dog says that Hollow Knight is so good you need a cigarette before and after. Oh, dang. There you go. Shout out to Web Dave. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, I know what you mean. Aloha. Good morning. Yeah, see, even he says he lights a cigarette. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, everybody, shout out to Web Dave. Thank you so much for being here, man. So the ROG Ally got announced. So let's get into some of the hardware, right? So the ROG Ally is launching in holiday, whatever that means. So everybody's thinking any time between October and December. So the ROG Ally X. So there's the ROG Ally. Where did it go? There we go. They have the ROG Xbox Ally and the ROG Xbox Ally X. So the two differences is this one has an A1 Z2 Extreme, and this one has an AMD Ryzen Z2A. Now, my friend who is very much into chips and can read a lot of stuff into them, he found out that the AMD Ryzen A1 Z2 Extreme has 30. What is it that AMD Ryzen?
Was it AI built into it?
No, it was the Zen 2.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it's called? What did the Xbox launch with? Zen 2 chip or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
This one is technically a Zen 3. I think it's what it's called, Zen 2 or 3. I can't remember what the actual thing is. But everybody was saying that everybody on PlayStation side was like, oh, the PlayStation is going to have like Zen 5 or whatever. Doesn't even exist, right? So it's kind of cool that we're getting a 3 chip in there. It comes with 24 gigabytes of RAM, and this one comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM. So you do get 8 more gigabytes on it. And on the Ally, you get 512 gigabytes of storage, and the X, you get 1 terabyte of storage. To me, the choice is easy. I want this one. I want the black one. Yeah, Z2 Extreme.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so that is the one I want. So that is some of these stuff. Now, it does come with the same 1080p IPS LCD screen for both of them. But from what I hear internally, from what I've heard from people that are technology-centric on YouTube, based on what they know of this chip, it is almost the same chip as a Steam Deck has. So it is an older chipset. And so they're thinking that this thing can maybe do 720p, but not 1080. But who knows on how they customize that UI, right? But they're saying that this one should be able to do 1080. So there you go. That is also some of the things that they have told me on the, or that I have also looked at, because I'm very, very, very excited for this device. I cannot wait. I wanted the original Asus ROG Ally, but sources told me to wait, because they're partnering with Xbox, so I have known about this for a long time, and now that it's announced and it's coming, I'm getting it. But I wanted the ROG Ally so bad. I was this close to pulling the trigger, and I'm very jealous that our friend Lemon, one of my Dragons TV, has one, and I don't, because he always shows it on his stream, and I'm always just so jealous of him. I'm just like, I wouldn't say jealous, I'm more envious, or whatever the word is, like he has something I really want.
Yeah.
And so I'm very excited that this is coming out, and I'm finally going to get it. Yes. So it got announced with Silksong. It's going to have all that good stuff. But you know what, Terry? Let's take a look at this trailer one more time. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Let's go frame by frame. I know you love frame by frame gameplay, Terry.
At least this one's cleaner than what we've seen in the.
Yeah.
Right. So, looking at this frame by frame, you can see they go and they push this button here. I love that it's going to be native. That's what I've been waiting for. Yep. I don't want a cloud device. I want a native device. They push the Xbox button here, right? So they push it, and it launches the command center, the game bar, right? And hold X to swap. So they push it and they hold, and boom, ready. Let's stop right here. You got the Xbox UI. You got Battle.net. You got Discord. Let's see. They got other stuff, right? But they show somewhere in here Steam. And one of these they show Steam.
Uh-huh.
So because it's got powered by Windows, anything you do on Windows, you can do on this handheld device, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that includes playing Steam games. And what's on Steam, Terry? Whose games are on Steam?
PlayStation.
PlayStation. That's right, baby. PlayStation. That's right. Ka-chow. PlayStation PC game should work on the ROG Xbox Ally despite doubts. Are you excited to play some Spider-Man Mary Jane?
That's actually
on
kind of
ROG
cool.
Ally?
That's actually kind of cool. So, I have no interest in buying the PlayStation 5. So, if there are any games that they ever decide to finally release at some point that end up on the PC version, this would be a workaround for me to do that, because I see that, for me personally, that the PS5 is just not worth it to get. So this is cool. So this because I have no interest in getting the Switch 2 either, just because of how little I've used the Switch. I don't really see a need for that. So if I was to get a handheld, this one actually piques my interest because I have Xbox, I have Steam, BattleNet's on there. They have, because they have Steam, they have access to PlayStation. There's a lot more value there versus just getting the Steam Deck or just getting, this or that or that. I'm getting kind of everything. It's like the perfect hybrid.
I'm glad you bring that up. Terry, how much is your Xbox Series S?
I don't have an S.
Launch price was $300, right?
I don't remember how much I paid for the X.
Yeah, but
I'm just going cheap. I'm going the cheap route.
Okay.
The S. What was the launch price of the S? $300, right?
Let me ask Copilot.
Let's see. So the S was $300, right? Right, Fastback.
Yep.
The if you could find a digital PS5, that was $400. What are we up to? Fastback, $700, right? Right.
They did go up in price, but I thought they had a sell. I mean, you're talking about the
launch prices. The launch price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have $300 plus $400. We're at $700, and the Steam Deck launched at $400. So that brings our price to $1,100, right? All of that in this beautiful device right here, the ROG.
Oh, yeah, okay, you're combining. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
That can play Xbox games, Steam games, and PlayStation games. Are you kidding me? The value, Phil, doing it again, giving us the best bang for our buck. So yeah, will the Xbox Ally handheld run PlayStation games? So Stephen Tolio's game file, right? Tolio asked Microsoft whether the new handheld could access PlayStation God of War games, given that they're available on Valve's Steam's storefront, which is available on Windows devices. A Microsoft representative replied in big bold letters, "Because these handhelds run Windows, you have access to all the games you can play on Windows PC." Now, Sony's games already work fine on previous devices in the same hardware family, aka the ROG Ally and the ROG Ally X. So there's no reason why I can't get my God of War on, or more importantly, my Helldivers 2 on my ROG Ally, my ROG Xbox Ally.
Yeah.
There's no reason, right? So I cannot wait for this. I mean, look at that. So this is someone actually who uploaded, shout out to this person, who uploaded Spider-Man running on the ROG Ally X. And look how good it looks.
It does, yeah.
It does look pretty good.
It looks good, right? 1080p, very low preset, FSR 3.1, balance frame gen off, 25 watt, 8 gigabytes of VRAM enabled. And that is one of the big pluses of the ROG Ally, was that you could tell it which game mode you wanted to launch certain games to save battery, or to whatever. Go full blown, 30 minutes of gameplay, but gorgeous graphics. So yeah, this is Spider-Man running on the ROG Ally.
What's the FPS? Around 50 something?
60 FPS. Look at that. 60, 55, between 50 and 60.
Not bad.
Let's check in with the chat. Glinter, maybe they'll have a combo ROG Ally Xbox and a cigarette ashtray. Oh, this is funny. That's a good one, Glitch. I love it. Thank you so much. Cheeses Nasty is using my wife's credit card to get this. Got to explain a $1,300 charge, though. Will it be $1,300? We'll see. Frost says a Z2 Extreme. Yeah, it's not even out yet. This could be brand new. $300 for the Series S and $350 for the 1 terabyte version I got. There you go. My beautiful wife says, "See, better ROG Ally Xbox than Nintendo Switch 2." Oh, too late. I already opened it and used it. We can still return the Switch 2. No, my beautiful wife. No. Oh my goodness. Dream. Oh my God! Somebody. Dreamcast guy.
Is that a parody?
Which for me, says ROG Ally is not an Xbox. Oh my gosh! Yeah, some people are hurt. They're hurt.
I know.
Freaking somebody changed their name. And
remember when they showed it, they even put "this is an Xbox" underneath it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, people are pissed off. Oh man, you're getting there here.
It was in the trailer, if I remember. This is an Xbox.
Yeah, I've been seeing that advertisement for a while. Yeah, I'm excited. I think that if I get this Xbox ROG Ally, that's when I will smoke a cigarette.
That's when you're gonna smoke a cigarette.
Yeah. And I'm not. I have a custom PC. It could play Xbox One, PS4 games easily.
Yeah.
So I'm not a PC player. So, but this Xbox ROG Ally handheld, I would love to have this. I can chill on my couch. There with the wife, and we're there in the living room. And there's a lot of Steam games that I want to play that are not just PlayStation games, right? So I'm super excited to have this and to see this, the new OS, the UI and stuff like that, like what they can do. Like you have Steam and this and that. Makes me wonder, is this the future of Xbox, like a hybrid Xbox going forward, where we can have something similar on the Xbox consoles going forward next gen?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I mean, it's just the best part. What I think people are missing out on this, though, the most important part is that Sarah Bond and everybody else has been very carefully saying, our next gen hardware. They always say hardware. They never say the word console. I don't know if anybody has noticed that. I had to go back and watch some of the stuff, and they've never said the word console.
Are you talking about when the trailers were revealed and so on, or just
like on previous E3s or anything like that, or when they're asked about it, and they're like, "Oh, our hardware team. Oh, our next gen hardware will be the most advanced. Our next gen hardware will be the greatest hardware ever made." They never say the word console. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. And so this ROG Ally with its UI, the only thing it's missing is being able to access our native Xbox UI to play some of our digital library. But it's a PC. You can do anything with a PC, right? You think it's not that your next gen hardware isn't going to be able to access your other games natively? Of course it will. So don't be silly. And I love that this whole thing, the Direct Xbox, when it was first announced, was supposed to be basically to get Windows CE into the living room, if you remember, right? And so now you're starting to see the merger of Windows and Xbox to finally make Bill Gates' dream come true. It only took 25 years. Oh, yeah. But I think that's awesome. And so I really think that this, instead of a mid-gen refresh, we got a mid-next gen hardware release in the Asus ROG Xbox Ally. And that's more exciting to me than a next-gen refresh, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because I get a preview of what, this is like a beta build of what the next gen Xbox is going to be, and maybe they're using it as a beta test. Like, let's get this device out there, give it to people, see what they love and hate about the user interface, so we can refine it. And so I really think this is really smart on Xbox's side. Personally, I really think it's going to be great. Oh, let's skip that guy, that blocker.
Yeah, it makes more sense to do this, to go in partnership with Asus instead of, like we were hearing, they're going to do their own handheld, right? And I fully agree doing this. It saves money. It takes a lot of risk away from Xbox if hardware doesn't sell well. So the Asus is already proven in the market. They've done a good job with their hardware handheld. And just like VR, like if they get into VR, I want them to do the same thing. Partner up with someone and, put your Xbox.
Partner up with Quest, please.
Yeah.
Terry, what do you think? Do you think this is instead of a mid-gen refresh, it's a next-gen preview?
Yeah, I think this is fantastic. Like this is really, really good. I haven't been part of the handheld market in a long time, and I don't really count the Switch because I've never really used it as a handheld. I've always kept it docked. So, this would be the first one that I would consider actually getting, just because I can do so much with it. So this is a good way to kind of set the pace for mobile gaming, which mobile gaming I would say is probably the biggest method of gaming right now, compared to PC and console gaming. Mobile gaming is where it's at right now. So this is good. This is gonna
Yeah.
This is amazing. So this is gonna, the kids are gonna love that. So this is great.
These aren't touchscreen, are they?
I don't think so. It's an IPS panel. It doesn't say anything about touchscreen IPS.
And seeing that, if it was touchscreen, that would get like my.
I have a
They could do that for like the next one, maybe. Like they see how well this one does, and then maybe they'll promote that for the next one.
Yeah.
Just being honest, I would hate it because already on the 9X, I have a 14-inch screen, 15-inch screen. It's pretty small. So Windows is just not a. I know that they would go in touchscreen with Windows 8, and then they went back because everybody hated it. But I feel they shouldn't have abandoned Windows 8 personally. But.
And you can do mobile games on this too because it's Windows, so you can you can do BlueStacks or whatever you want to do.
Absolutely, you sure can. So Tom Warren goes, GFN was absolute about how GFN was about how games were distributed without consulting publishers. That wasn't anything to do with Valve, and I doubt the Steam publishing agreement even allows you to block specific Windows devices. I agree with that, right? So here's Jez. Jerk Jez here. He says, for those saying PlayStation can't block their games on Steam arbitrarily from an Xbox console, they 100% can. GeForce Now has found this out the hard way. And then Tom Warren said, GeForce Now was about how games were distributed without consulting publishers. Oh, got corrected. Ha 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 ha. But right now, it looks likely that this will be able to play PlayStation games. So there you go. Even more money saving, right?
I'm curious though, if this is going to have a party chat ability.
So you already do have party chat in Windows Game Bar.
But for the handheld though.
I would think so. Yeah, because you did.
Because when they were looking at it, I was looking for like a party chat option. I didn't see it pop up on any of the menus when they were kind of going in it, but it was kind of hard to see. But I was looking to see if they had party chat.
I mean, it has Game Bar. It should.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it has a microphone, but it should have party chat if you have a headset. All right, let's go to what is this awesomeness going to cost us, Terry? So, Xbox Ally price speculation suggests that Microsoft and Asus, a new device will likely cost over $700 based on the pricing of previous ROG handheld. So,
how much does the base ROG Ally sell for?
I'm so glad you asked, Terry. Let's go to BestBuy.com.
This is basically the same thing, just with a little bit more software added.
Yeah.
Just newer. It's just
a better chip, but so it shouldn't be that much more than the base.
Well, let's see. Let me know if this messes up the Zoom. Okay, it doesn't. All right, so here we go. Just some prices on BestBuy.com real quick. Let me zoom in. Enhance. Let's go to where is the brands? Because I don't want to see any other brands. Oh, I guess I can't sort by brand. No, go away, AI. All right, so ROG Ally 7. This is the original ROG Ally 1080p with a Z1 Extreme. Now, notice the other one is getting a Z2 Extreme. It's $650.
Okay.
The ROG Ally X with the Z1 Extreme. And again, the new one is getting the Z2 Extreme, $899.
Wow.
Dang.
That's very expensive.
It's pricey. That's Terry money, or as we call it, Pink Pickles money. So this one has the 2 terabyte stick, right, at $1,000, right? And I mean, then you get Lenovo Legion Go's and stuff. But the Asus, the 3 Asus, the Launch, and the X. Right here, base models, $650 and $900. So Terry, how much money are you going to pay?
I mean,
so
the price up front, it definitely hits you. It's like that's a lot of money, but you're literally getting a console and a PC in a handheld. So it is worth it for the price for what you can do. It's still, kind of sticker shock. You know what I mean? But I personally don't want to spend that much, so I might wait for the price to decrease as the handheld kind of ages, because I'm just I'm a bit more of a frugal penny pincher. So, but I don't know, or unless Microsoft had some kind of a deal where they kind of eat some of the cost to kind of bring it down lower, so they can compete with it. Because they would want people to buy theirs over the base one, you know what I mean? If they make this one more some people might just opt to just get the regular ROG Ally. You know what I mean?
Possibly,
So
yeah.
they need to be able to compete. So they would have to, I could see them selling it for like 700 for the white version, and then probably like, I don't know, 8 or 9 would probably be for the black one, the X or Extreme or whatever they're calling it. But like, I don't know. That's still really expensive. So I would have to hope Microsoft did some kind of deal where they're going to eat some of that cost
They have to subsidize this device
to bring the price down, because they're going to want to be able to compete in the market.
Maybe they're only going to subsidize the launch ones, and then after a while the price goes up. That could also be
that would make sense. Like have it the price real low at first to get people to buy it, to get in that ecosystem, and then they can start increasing it for people who waited too long.
Let's check in with the chat. So of course we had Dreamcast guy in the chat, and then NBG. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Jumps in the chat, says Dreamcast guy. I agree. Let's see. So Glidger says it seems the ROG Xbox Ally. It's the ROG Xbox Ally. Yeah, it's called a handheld, while the Switch 2 is called a hybrid console. What the heck? Yeah, because it has a dock. You can take it to the TV. Now the OG launch ROG Ally did have a dock that you could also take it to the TV or a monitor, but I don't know if this one will. I don't know.
That just makes it even better. Like if it does, because that would. If it can also be docked where I can play it on the TV while lounging in bed or something, then that just makes me want that more. And then I wouldn't even look at getting the Nintendo Switch 2. You know what I mean? I have no reason to get that. I mean, I don't care about their exclusive games that much. So.
Yeah. So back on the OG one. So let me just show the original trailer, if you will, right? So the original trailer, this was it, blah, 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 all this stuff. And you can see it right here. This is the dock right here that it had on the launch version.
Okay.
And you could hook it up to your PC, and it also had the ability to slave a 4090 to bring your gaming to full PC compatibility. So I wanted this so bad when it first came out. Let me see. Here we go. So there you go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
You can see them lounging on the couch.
And you can do the controller too?
Yep. You can get just on the controller.
Switch. Okay. Yeah, no, this is
you can Bluetooth other controllers to it.
That's what I want to know if they could use your Xbox controller so you don't have to hold the handheld.
Oh, this is an Asus controller they have here.
So,
but notice,
with
this is an Asus. This is the special Asus 4090 that was docked there, so it's an interesting dock. You can see how big that wire is.
It's pretty massive. So
yeah, and you can see these controllers are the Asus controllers with the little LCD screens on them.
I could see Microsoft doing a thing with this Xbox version that they're making, to where you could use an Xbox controller with Bluetooth.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
So you can see this guy forgot his keys and everything else, but he didn't forget his Asus ROG Ally. Priorities.
You can still game.
That's right. So this is the launch, right, of the original ROG Ally, which I think is awesome. So I think it was great. So yeah, I think you're getting a good money's worth on it. And sorry, Fastback, before we get to you, let me catch up with some more of the chat, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see. This thing is seriously going to shake up the industry. When you get two big names together, yeah, because you're getting the ROG fans like me and the Xbox fans like me, and now I get best of both worlds. Yeah. Let's see. This is why the Xbox Ally UI is such a huge deal for Windows, to have a chance to go up against Steam OS. Absolutely, yeah. Steam OS now can be installed on any device, and so Windows, they see their priority on it, right? And we'll talk more about that. Let's see. So Chael Walker says it has Discord, so you can party chat that way. Yeah. Freddie Fox, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says definitely has a party chat. Yeah. Let's see. And Abacab says it does have a mic built in, according to Paris. He played it at the event. Okay. Yes, everybody, please hit that like button. I would love it if you did. Let's see. Yeah, Chael Walker is right. The original ROG Allies did have a price hike. They were about $150 cheaper than they are now when they launched. So tariffs. Let's see. Let's see. Crazy Group Dude said not with it till it plays console games natively and has an eSIM for that mobile part. I'd rather have native than an eSIM, if I'm being real honest. But I guess if you play PvP games, the eSIM is something. Freddie Fox says, Terry, stop it. You got the money. Oh, there you go. Let's see.
Only if he's my sugar daddy.
There you go. Let's see. Oh, this just reloaded all kinds of chats. Sorry, chat. I got to scroll all the way to the bottom because it just reloaded. Let's see. Mobile gaming makes the most money. Absolutely, it does. It 100% does. All right. So that is the ROG Ally cost. Fastback, what do you think about the price? And by the way, guys, there's a poll in the chat. Let us know how much you would pay for this bad boy. Fastback, what do you think?
So I'm definitely getting this Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking earlier in the year, I was like, wait till next year for the Xbox Ally deal. But now that I've seen it, I'm like, okay, I got to have both now. So things got more expensive for me. So
you're welcome.
Yeah.
That's what I do for you. That's what I do for you.
So I am super excited for this, and I will get. And if I could play this dock too, I will get the docking station. Mm-hmm. So if it's going to cost me about $1,000 or so, I will eat the costs. I mean,
yeah,
it's all in one. You know, like I said, I'm excited. I got my Xbox games, native, Game Pass. Then when I want to play a Steam game, I can go there and easily play it. You know, whether I'm on my couch or if I want to dock it, then I love that. And I hope, like Terry was saying, that somehow Xbox can work it out to where we can use our Xbox controllers.
We need to go back to the glory days of Kmart layaway.
Kmart layaway, yeah. I think I did have layaway this last year.
Well, there are ways. I mean, like you can do it on Amazon. They got their Affirm, I think, is some kind of deal they have.
Yeah.
So they do like the
payments. PayPal.
Yeah, they do. They do the payments, but they're set payments and they automatically take them. Whereas layaway, you could do a little here, a little there when you wanted to. You know, which was nice.
Yeah.
So
let's see.
It's worth it.
So the one bad part about this, apparently, quote unquote, is that the actual Xbox handheld that was going to be full native, like a portable console, has been sidelined for the Asus consoles. So for the Asus handheld. And I personally don't see anything wrong with it because one, it was never officially announced. You know, it was always just rumored, right? So I don't think they're letting anybody down. Projects get canceled all the time, right? But I also think this is good because, you know, now that Steam OS can be installed on any Windows device, on any handheld in the market, it's pressuring Xbox and Windows and Microsoft to get that Xbox UI on Windows before people decide to load Steam Deck UI, right? And it keeps them competitive. And, you know, Xbox wants to, and I think I would rather play my Xbox games than my Steam Deck games or my Steam games. Just being honest, I know everybody's making a big deal about Steam games. And while it would be great to have access to those Steam games, I want my Xbox games, right? Like if a game, like, you know, if like Halo launched on Steam and everywhere at the same time, I bought it on my Xbox. I want my Xbox achievements. I want my Xbox stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's great for me that they're focusing on this, but it's also bringing that, and I also think that whole, you know, they're using it as a platform to maybe improve the UI for the next Xbox hardware. That's going to be the console, right? "Quote unquote" console. It's just going to be Xbox hardware, but first party hardware. And I don't think it's been canceled between you and me. They use the word sidelined. In other words, that engineers got moved, but maybe it's just being put on pause. We do this in my industry all the time. We pause one thing to focus on something to get it out the door, right? And get it going and all that good stuff, right? So we do this often. And so I think that's a focus group is better than an unfocused group, and it leads to better product. And they really don't, but they do, because Microsoft, I think they learned their lesson after Windows Phone that they never want to be 100% out of the hardware business, right? Because relying on other companies for hardware can just drive prices crazy, and it's just not good for them. So I think that's good that Microsoft, no matter what, I think they are going to have a handheld. It's just sidelined for now. And maybe it launches with the next console. Maybe it'll be a console and a handheld, or maybe it'll be a hybrid of both. You never know. They are calling it hardware. They're not calling it console. They're not calling it anything. They're only calling it hardware. Did I just go out?
No.
I mean, you're still alive for me.
Yeah. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Users are experiencing buffering.
I don't see that on my end.
Yeah. I see it I see different things. Did we just hit the 2-hour mark? No, we're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Let me pause this because sometimes this eats away at it. Yeah, I even have it set for low res. Okay. So, anyways, so yeah, that's what I think. Fastback, what do you think, buddy?
As far as the ROG Ally?
Yeah, the ROG Ally and the fact that the hardware, both, anything you think about this. The internal hardware, the ROG Ally, whatever you think.
I think it looks great. I think it looks like quality. Asus is already proven, like I said before. Xbox partnering with them is a smart move. Whatever they are doing on their own handheld research, it's smart for them to kind of like take it back and see how this goes. And like we've said before, I could see the next gen having instead of a Series S type, if they want to do two SKUs, one of them could be a handheld version, station like the Switch hybrid. So we shall see. So excited, and I'm definitely getting this.
Definitely. Terry, what do you think?
I think this is awesome. Like this is like the first handheld, like I said, the first handheld that I'm actually excited about.
Woo. Somebody get Terry a cigarette.
So I actually always consider, I own a lot of games, a lot of games on Steam, but I don't like having to sit here at my PC to play my games. It's just not comfortable. And I was considering buying some of my games again on the Switch so I can play them docked on the TV and be a little bit more relaxed. So if this is, now that they have this, I would rather go that route and just play off my Steam library and have access to my Xbox library versus, rebuying games.
That is a true point. Like there are some games that I buy more than once because I want to play them on my PC before Play Anywhere became a big thing. So yeah, and I would love to have access to all my Steam games or whatever. You're gonna have access to the GOG store, the Epic store, all that stuff. So this is, I mean, the bang for your buck on these devices is a lot higher than on other devices. So yeah, they charge a little more, but you get a lot more. Let's check in with the chat. Let's see. Jesus Nasty says, I use Steam if a game isn't on Game Pass, on PC Game Pass. There you go. Yeah. So there you go. Shout out to Crazy Greek Dude. Thank you so much for being here. He says someone is missing the point. What is it?
Him and Cheese.
It had nothing to do with us. It was something with
it has to do with the It has to do with other stuff. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let's see. Chair Walker did confirm that I was buffering. Shout out to Yobi. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Peace, love, life. Hello, everyone. What's up, Yobi? Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Love seeing you here. Shout out to Mr. Kima. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says the Steam Deck cannot play Fortnite or Call of Duty games. There you go. Jesus Nasty. Axel's got that Germany internet. Let's see. And Chair Walker is correct. Because Steam Deck is running on Linux, which is incredibly hackable. Because that's the point of Linux, is to be open source. Doesn't work with anti-cheats that those games use. Yeah, that is true. It does not work with anti-cheats. They go around it fully around. Yeah, and so that's why the Call of Duty and Fortnite's on there. But I don't think it was Yobi that said that. It was Mr. Kima. Chael. It was Mr. Kima. Sorry. Yobi did not say any of that. It was Mr. Kima. Yeah. If Play Anywhere is the only support on the new UI, that will become a problem for game gamers with so much more content that they need to support it. I think you can have access to any games you bought on Xbox Store.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of Xbox Store games, or back then it used to be called the Windows Store. So I think you're gonna have access to a lot of games from many different platforms. I don't think that this is a bad device at all. All right, let me see here. All right, the internal handheld was scrapped. I think that's it. Other than the money, Terry. Now that you've seen it, you've seen the poll. Where you at? How much money are you spending on this?
Yeah, I would like to keep it under the 600 if possible. I don't know if it will, but if Microsoft can pull some magic for us and keep it under 600, that's a win. That's a huge win.
So which one are you getting? The Ally? Let's pretend the Ally or the Ally X.
Ideally I would want the Ally X just so I would have the extra storage space. Because some of these games are so flipping big. So it's, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I mean, I would rather have it in white, but I want the specs of the X. So I guess I have to get, you know what I mean? I can't have best of both worlds, but
what if the X is $100 more than 600?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably wait for a sale.
Wait for that Christmas special. All right.
Yeah.
So you want the X, but you want it at 600 or less?
Yeah.
That's your point.
That's my point.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Fastback? Hopefully the X will launch around $750, because that's kind of my point. $750, $800. But hopefully it's less than that. Hopefully it's 600. If it's 600, this thing is going to sell out. Just being honest, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping it'll be around the 600 mark, but my break point is 800. If it's more than 800, then I have to decide, is the regular Ally, the white one, worth whatever it is they're asking. So yeah, I don't know how much, but I want the X. Legendary Yobi says, I will be picking up the Xbox ROG Ally X. Yeah. There you go. Legendary Yobi says, I have 2 jobs, so I'll be getting the handheld PC despite the price. Oh, no price is too big for this, man.
We will work for that.
I mean, I have the money. Let's be real here. I have adult money, but I also have adult bills.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And a wife.
And a wife, and adult, and a wife that is very money conscious, like Terry is. Yes, very much so. So yeah, if the ROG is somewhere around this, if the X, because here is the X right here, if it's $900, I'm just gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
And if the regular one is $650, I'm gonna be like, oh God, Xbox, come on, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me on Father's Day of all days? No, I'm just kidding. Right, so yeah. We just gotta, oh my gosh, my Best Buy. Let's get that out of here. Go back here. All right.
And I think with the cloud gaming too will help alleviate some of the storage space issue,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you can pick and choose, right?
Yeah, I think this is great. So that is the entirety of the Xbox Game Showcase 2025. Terry, what would you give the Xbox Games Showcase to Xbox Game Showcase 2025 as a whole? Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Terry. My bad. What does the chat feel about prices?
We're all over the place.
I'm sorry.
What is the maximum you'll pay for the Asus ROG Ally Xbox Ally X? That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
42% said they would pay $1,000. 23% said $750. 19% said 500, and 14% said they're not going to buy this at all.
Okay, so you still got some people that are interested, so that's not bad. We got
too many of you are giving them ideas for high price points.
I don't think I'm giving them an idea. I'm just saying.
42% said they were willing to spend $1,000 on this. Those are ideas.
Look, I don't know who voted $1,000.
Ideas are dangerous.
You need a little brother.
They're watching the show. They're like, aha!
I'm up for adoption. I'm up for Xbox for ROG Xbox Ally adoption.
So like, gamers on one hand they're thinking about $80 games, but they're willing to spend $1,000 on a handheld.
There you go. I am up for adoption. All right, now Terry, back to what the Xbox game showcase. What would you give it?
We're doing letters or numbers?
Whatever you feel like.
I'll do letters, and for me, I'm gonna give it a B
Hmm.
because there's a lot of games on here, but only a small amount of them are actually ones that I'm going to play. So for me personally, it's a B because there's a lot of hard passes in this mix.
Okay. Fastback, what do you feel like?
I would give it a B plus. The only knock I would say is a lot of the games on there that I like that I will play. And of course, when they revealed the hardware, right, the handheld. But we didn't see a lot of the first party stuff, like Fable and so on that we've seen in the past. Like we didn't get any more info on those. So other than that, it was a great show. It was a good pace. I enjoyed it, and then I enjoyed after the showcase too.
I love the pace of the show. You're right. I think they have that down. Don't change that.
Yeah.
At all, no matter what. I think it's great that it was a theme, and that was the Xbox Play Anywhere theme, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did show games I'm interested in. Some of the new reveals, not so many, other than maybe Keeper, Fate's End. Those are the ones that I didn't know existed, right? And Planet Lana. But everything else was just updates, which I'm okay with. I'm not saying everything needs to be world premiere or any of that crap, right? And Clockwork stole the show for me, along with the Xbox ROG, the ROG Xbox. So I really think I would give this show a B as well. I feel like last year's show was better, but man, last year's show was going to be hard to top no matter what. So there you go, guys. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Because we have been on for 3 hours talking about awesome Xbox
we
stuff.
are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we didn't talk about the $80 game controversy, if you will, for the Outer Worlds 2. We didn't talk about the who was that stupid guy that said that Game Pass devalues stuff. We didn't talk about that. We ran out of time, guys. But just letting you know, hopefully you guys did enjoy what we have to show here. Of course, we wouldn't be able to do all this without you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to all of the shows here on the Iconic Video Games channel. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm Maxo1324.
I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And I'm Fastback6768.
And we will catch you guys next week.
Enjoy your Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Hey, Carol.
Hold on. Something has happened. Where's my... There we go. Fixed it.